It's November 21st, 2025. I am at Joel Pearl, djoelpearl.com on Blue Sky, and it's time to get in the weeds. A fantastical Friday. It's overcast in the city of Toronto. It was nice earlier. It's warm today, but it looks like there's rain coming away. I don't want that. I don't need rain, but I'm happier to have rain than snow. Jeremy Lambert is here. He is not the snowman. He is just the man. How you doing, pal?
Yeah, don't accuse me. Well, I don't know. Snowman could be good, could be bad, depending on your view on life. You know, it could have a negative connotation, but I guess it could also have a positive connotation. Jack Frost.
Yep.
Oh, they turned Jack Frost into like a killer in some of those movies. So it's all your perspective, folks. It's all your perspective.
Would you like to build a snowman?
I do like the Frozen. Heard a lot of the Frozen. In my days, so yeah, you want to sing that song with me, Joel?
I do not.
Okay.
No, that's reserved for Sundays with my kid.
Okay.
When we go to gymnastics and he has to ask them to do it, to turn it on. It'll be fun. It'll be fine.
Your kid does gymnastics?
Well, like it's a kind of. Okay. So my kids love him to death. We call him.
That's always a good start. Love my kid to death. Let me tell you why this little shithead is the bane of my existence.
Anyway, he is doing this gymnastics class that's like with caregiver. And my kid I call him the observe and report baby, because the way that he is like, he doesn't jump in as quickly, which is understandable. I'm similar. I like to kind of like observe my surroundings and like kind of fit in where I get in where I fit in, as you were. And so he's like that too, which is great. So we did this gymnastics program where it's called with caregiver. So in other words, with a parent or a guardian or whatever, and they kind of run around with the kid and like keep an eye on them while there are actual coaches. They're mostly like older teenagers who have been through the gymnastic system in this case for years. So like they know how to do basics for kids. So like they teach the basics and then it's up to the parents to like run around. It's open gym style and all that stuff. So we do that now. I think if he continues and he seems to want to, we'll do a and caregiver program. Like he'll do something with an instructor. But to start, it's actually been really nice because not only do he and I get like the daddy bonding time, but also we get to run around together and he gets to experience gymnastics from like an easygoing open perspective, and then he can start learning the traditional method for gymnastics. So it's been actually quite a positive experience, and he is a good kid. When he gets to the yelling and screaming portion of his life, that's you've got enough of them to understand that sometimes they scream and shout and stamp their feet and you're just like, no, that's not how we do things. And any of the parents out there, if you've ever had a three-nager, you know exactly what it's like.
Yeah, in summation, kids are assholes.
Oh yeah. They don't know. They're just getting through it. It's okay.
No, I hope the gymnastics journey continues to go well for him.
I do too. We had a really fun moment the other week where he likes to do forward rolls like somersaults, and so there's like
great in the PC.
He'd actually be better. He'd be better than Parker Boudreaux. Low bar, but he would do it. God bless. Anyway, there's like one of those wedges, like the triangle wedges, and so you can do your forward rolls on that. And now he and I are trying to do backwards somersaults on that. So it was really cute to be like, hey, go backwards and I'll like grab your feet and flip you over. And he was having fun with that. So little things like that. I love doing that with my kid, and just, I'm not the grab him and throw him around. My wife likes to do that sometimes with like after bath time, throw him into our bed. Like he loves that, but I'm not really huge on like throw him into, because I'm afraid I'm going to throw him too hard or too far and really screw it up. I can't do a barrel roll. I'm sorry. No Star Fox for this kid.
Well, again, I'm glad it's going well, and good luck with everything. We got some kids in the gymnastics, and they seem to enjoy it. I've done it. Some people have seen video. You know, they got on like Father's Day weekend or the week of Father's Day, whatever it is. It's bring your dad to gymnastics, and so I went I went to that, and there's video. I know my wife has some video. It might be on my phone as well, but yeah, I can't. Certain people have seen it. I can't post it because we don't get the kids out there. But yeah, I was doing like some handstands, sort of. I was doing a dance routine. Umbrella by Rihanna was
Hell yeah.
playing, and I
Yeah.
had like the little ring things, so I was doing that whole gimmick. It was fun. It was fun. Yeah, yeah. I mean, people who watch this show know that I'm certainly not afraid to get out there and embarrass myself. So I was making the most of the gymnastics. I didn't want to embarrass the kids too much, but they also know. Like they're like, all right, yeah, Jeremy's here. He's gonna do some dumb shit.
Speaking of embarrassing, so I get a message from Sean last night,
Oh no.
and he says, "Do you want to clip old bits from ITW and put them up?" And I was like, I can't remember. Like, there have been a lot, and I do not know what bits we could possibly go back and find, because like we only started doing clips a few months ago, so
Yeah.
now it's like we got years of archives to dig through that I just do not know where to start. It's overwhelming.
I mean, I have some of them for the Mr. Elegance video. I had to go back and clip like the cake throw, which I think would actually be very good.
Yes.
Man, if I could find the balloon one, that one
Oh, that
would.
was a special day.
I don't know what episode that was though. That one would be very difficult to find because that was kind of early on. But yeah, I don't know what episode that was where the balloons popped up. That was the first time we discovered this was a thing on my computer, and then an actual balloon came into the room. My wife is telling me I posted a clip on Twitter of that. All right, well maybe
We can probably
I
time it
can.
around there. Okay.
Yeah, all right, maybe I can look that up then. But we got like the cake one. We have what else did I clip from this dumbass show that we do?
Oh my god, the stupid cranberry sauce. That was
Cranberry
probably
sauce. Yeah, yeah.
that had to be last year's Thanksgiving.
No, I know when that was. That was after Malachi got it dropped on him.
Okay.
That's why I did the bit. That was the whole
Okay.
point of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
got
yeah. I know what episode. Like I know what episodes those are because I clipped them. So I had those episodes. Those would be easy to clip. But anything that I didn't clip from the Mr. Elegant stuff, I don't remember everything. I don't know. Leave in the chat what you guys think would be good clips, and maybe I can scrum them up. That's how I actually found a lot of the stuff. Is I usually post about it on Twitter. If, I do something dumb on this show. I usually post like, we did this today, and so I can search through with that and then know the day of the show and then clip it from there.
September 29th, 2023, Jeremy Lambert. I was attacked by balloons all morning.
Okay, see, this is what I'm talking about.
There's no video. This is just
All right, but now I know what the episode is though.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can. If you leave, like if you remember some of the stuff, my memory sucks. I don't remember half the stuff we do on this show. But if you guys post some of your favorite ITW bits and memories and whatnot, I'm sure I can find them at some point and clip them. This is a busy weekend. This isn't the weekend for this, probably. Maybe on Sunday.
Weekends, honestly.
Yeah, next weekend's pretty busy.
And the
as
weekend
well.
after that is also busy for various reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I'll find some time.
We'll
Yeah,
find
I'm sure like a Sunday, like this Sunday, I'll be worn out. But yeah, let's clip some stuff. It doesn't take that long.
Yeah,
It's
like the
not-
shut up data and the sandwich too for SP3.
Oh yeah.
Anything Harlem, yeah, that'll go for sure. We've already clipped those and like made them into shorts, but we can use them for other places too.
Yeah, full on clips would be good for that stuff. Yeah.
So
Oh.
Ryan saying, should we post them in Discord? Yes, because that's a good place where they'll all be.
Yeah.
And today's episode, if you leave a comment like after the episode airs in the comment section, if you drop them, I'll actually be able to collect them and review them. Because in the chat, like I love y'all when you're in the chat and hanging out, but I don't remember from the chat conversations after that. So comments and in the Fightful Select Discord in the Weech channel, drop them there. If you think of them, we can find them, and Jeremy has access to.
Yeah. Do that, and we'll put it all together. It'll be good. Yeah, we'll start maybe posting some retro clips out here. I think we've been doing a good job with the clips throughout the weeks with the shows and the shorts and everything. Sometimes I slack a little bit on the show. I try to get at least 2, up to 3, sometimes even 4. But someday, like yesterday, I only put 2. I got to still clip SP3s or do the short on the SP3 match review stuff, which will probably go up today, and then whatever comes out of this show. I try to do at least 3. And as people have noticed, like the what did we accomplish, the moment of the day, and stuff. That's just such easy short material that I can easily throw up, especially now that we're doing more clips. Like I'd like to do just more shorts on the stuff, but I got so much other stuff going on. I just don't always have the time, unfortunately.
It's almost as if you have another job on top of this show.
Yeah, and 12 kids. Like it gets busy.
What jobs were
with stuff. Yeah. Oh, as I always say, my wife handles the important stuff around here. I listen to wrestlers talk about their bullshit and write about it and talk about wrestlers talking about their bullshit. My wife handles the actual important stuff around here.
God bless. Very hardworking woman, hardest working woman in the business.
Facts.
The business of being a mom and other things, of course. Hey, by the way, since you haven't said it yet, go ahead, leave a thumbs up on the video. What are you waiting for? You have nothing to wait for. You should get on it right now. Doing it? Thank you. Subscribe to the channel. Like Jeremy said, we have been dropping every single day, shorts, clips, anything from these shows that we want to put out there. They're there. Fridays are a favorite because you know what I get to do? I get to go back and basically schedule everything through the weekend, make all of the extra thumbnails and make all the extra things, and then just have at it. So that's what the weekends bring for us. And of course, you can donate a super chat. Any amount, get your question or your statement read on the air, supports this channel, supports the show, which we always appreciate because we're working hard here. Jeremy said it himself. He's got a lot to do. So do I. So this supports us a little bit more. We appreciate that. What do we want?
Thank you, everybody, for the support.
What do we want to talk about? We got some stuff, I guess.
Oh yeah, we got plenty. We always got plenty.
First, we got to set this thing up. Do you have a crawl for today?
I do.
Okay.
I'm adding to it as we speak. So I'm trying to hit a certain word count on it. You're only allowed 1,000 characters, and I'm trying to hit enough characters. So I do have a crawl. Just give me a second to kind of finish it up.
Okay.
I do have the poll question.
And a poll, yeah.
As well. So the poll question, it sucks that we only have 4 options. But I do have a poll question. It's a legit poll question. It's not a, sometimes they're real. Sometimes they're not as real. Yeah. Oh, my wife looks really good. Sorry. All right, she's just walking in the room. I was like, damn, you look good. All right.
Relax. It's Friday.
All right, poll question. What are you most excited for Full Gear? Again, because we only have 4 options, it's a little, we have to narrow it down a little bit here.
Sky Team versus Don Callis family. Mark Briscoe versus Kyle Fletcher. All the Don Callis family matches are what you're going to list here.
I thought about putting all of Don Callis into one. I did think about doing that to kind of truncate things a little bit. So we're going Joe versus Hangman is obviously one. Statlander versus Mercedes is an obvious another one. And then I thought the other 2 might be Death Rider matches and Don Callis family matches. Is there anything else that I'm like missing that's kind of important? Like the Casino Gauntlet?
No, because I really hope, and I know others have said it, and I just haven't had a chance to say it. I really hope that they do either a finger point of Doom or just some sort of screwy finish, and just it should be that way because we're waiting for that to happen in a Casino Gauntlet, and this is the time to do it. And then everyone's just like collusion, but the problem is the Hurt Syndicate are pals. It's silly, but yeah.
Big Boom tag match, that's fair. I mean,
I would be cheering for that. Doom and Boom, hell yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. I think we're gonna go Don
pending return. That's right. Another month, another Chris Jericho coming to close out his story with Hangman Page.
I think MJF returns. That's my call. Jensen mentioned that last night, so it's actually his call, and I'm stealing it. But I think MJF returns.
Yeah, I could see that. He'd come back after the Fletcher match. Maybe Mark Briscoe wins, or does
world title.
World title? But what about, because this whole thing was, I'm going to kill Mark Briscoe. His words, not mine.
Cares about Mark Briscoe anymore. He's going after the world title.
But he wouldn't well, all right, whatever. He does still have a contract, so he could cash it in with a week's notice. Are they anywhere near New York out of Hammerstein? You think maybe he tries to cash in for the Christmas shows?
That's his Christmas gift to himself.
That would be a cute little thing to do, but I don't hate the idea of him coming back. It's expected sooner than later. Fightful Select had the report, but I could see him coming back. Sure, why not?
All right, I'm going with Don Callis family matches. So you get the Briscoe Fletcher match, you get Okada Takeshita Hechicero, you get the Big Boom match. I mean, Rocky and Trent are Don Callis family, so I think that's all the Don Callis family matches. They got a lot of people in that group, but I think that's all of them. So you get those 3 matches there, or the Death Rider matches, which would be O'Reilly and Mox and Pac and Darby. So you get 2 matches there. And since we only have 4 options, we're a little limited here, but I think that's a good way to kind of include multiple things of excitement.
Do we know if they're taping that Dynamite on 34th Street to air on the Wednesday? Because it's a Saturday night show.
Yeah, I don't know what the schedule is, and I don't know if TBS has their schedule listed that far out. I think they taped both of them last year, right? Weren't they both taped shows at Hammerstein?
I honestly can't remember.
I don't fully remember either, but I feel like they were, because I remember just reading like the spoilers from both and then watching the show.
So what I'm getting at is, if the show is going to do a live special Dynamite, I don't love that. I'm doing this because they're 7 days apart, because World's End is literally 7 days later, the following Saturday. MJF calls his shot at Dynamite 34th Street, says Merry Christmas to me. I'm taking your title at World's End. And it's a very quick turnaround to get to a world title match. But if they air it live, you could do it, and you do it in New York, and then he says, I'm going to do it in Hoffman Estate. Like, I'm gonna take the title in Tony Khan's hometown because he screwed me, and I got to do this. There's a way you could get to it, but that's kind of where my brain just went with the idea of Max coming back as early as after Full Gear, or at Full Gear.
All right, I like that setup. I can see that setup if they want to do the match at World's End and set it up in that way. But yeah, I think my MJF is going to return at Full Gear this week, because it feels like they need something, right?
Yeah, it does.
I mean, Hangman and Joe, a rematch, okay. If the show goes off the air with just Hangman is the champion, all right, fine. I don't think Stat and Mercedes is going to main event, although that would be a good choice. And if Stat goes off the show with she finally defeats Mercedes and
will this cement her as the lead woman in AEW, Jeremy?
Oh my gosh. Oh man. All right, let me put this I'm gonna put this poll question up, and let me finish the crawl here. And then because I am done with the crawl.
Very excited for this. And yes, the Hammerstein shows were taped, and I think Dynamite being taped on the Saturday means they'll air it on the Wednesday, because they're doing Manchester, England on Wednesday the 17th. They come back to New York, tape Dynamite on the 20th, and then I guess it'll air on the 23rd, which is, obviously just before Christmas Eve, which is shoot, Christmas Eve is a Wednesday.
No, I wonder if show's gonna bomb.
Yeah, so maybe not. Maybe Max won't do it unless they air Dynamite live on the Saturday. Oh, we'll see. It's strange.
All right, folks. I'm gonna let everybody know this ticker has Full Gear spoilers. So if you do not want to be spoiled for Full Gear, do not read the ticker. Just close your eyes, listen to, because it's running all show. Close your eyes, listen to the audio all show. Okay. Oh, Full Gear spoilers, everybody. So please just be warned on there.
This is a very good crawl. Wow.
I made sure to hit 1,000 characters on this thing.
Thank you for adding the LOL in there. That's right.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah.
That was editorial commentary on Tony Khan's comments.
maybe our best year. Oh, okay, great. Yeah, Tony had a lot to say about Full Gear here. Somebody remember this word for word.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, you dumped it. You dumped it all over.
No. I the cap was on my
Good.
Gatorade. It's fine. That would have been very bad if that Gatorade all on my keyboard, but we're good.
Man, this is great.
This isn't criticizing the media call. This is literally what Tony says.
Yes, in multiple media appearances.
Yeah.
This is actually, and you know what? It's quite complimentary, if nothing else.
Yeah.
Great athletes, great matches, great fans. Absolutely.
If we want to criticize the media call, as Joel kind of alluded to, man,
you always know the first question is going to be from that particular outlet with that particular setup about specifically women, because it is a women's wrestling outlet, and like, so for those who don't, I'm not going to go too deep into it because I don't want to rip into what these people are doing. I
don't even know who they are. Like, I don't pay enough attention, and that's, I guess, my fault. But I'm like, oh, okay, it's just
point is they're part of the media calls. Everyone asks their questions. Everyone has their beat, and everyone tries to be different. Some people ask a question that's kind of more kayfabe based, but then try to make it into a reality based question. In this case, the question for the first question from the media call was, the whole history of Toni Storm and not Toni Storm, of Chris Statlander and Mercedes Moné and the build of the match. And then the question was effectively, if Chris Statlander beats Mercedes, does that mean she's number one in AEW? To which everyone on that call, whether they were like, everyone read each other's mind at that moment. Yeah. And they all said, she's the champion. She's already number one. What changes if she wins the match? She's already number one. She's won the title. So anyway, then Tony gives his long setup spiel answer, because that's what he does. And he puts over both women, as he should, because you set him up to do that. And then after that, everyone else asks the questions that they're going to ask. And some questions are good and some questions are not so great, but Tony will always answer, and he'll give answers that are similar to everything you're reading on this crawl. And that's whatever. That's his prerogative. He is trained and he is ready to give those answers. He has worked to memorize his scripts and feelings. And sometimes it's good. And sometimes it's just like, oh Christ, we're still doing this. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. We wish there would be more from these calls, or some, explosive bullshit that Tony used to do. But I think I'm happier with Tony just focused than Tony running off the rails and then getting run off by the grifters being like, oh, you can't say this publicly, and whatever. It's stupid. The questions are whatever.
Those media calls just haven't been interesting in like months. And it's not fully the media's fault. I mean, some of the questions are just like, all right, what are we doing here? Is the world champion the face of the company? Well, I hope so. I hope Sean comes on today so I can ask him, hey, Sean, am I the face of In the Weeds?
Damn it.
He says no. It's like, no, it's SP3, of course. It's Cam.
It's Harlem.
But I don't know. And then, some of the other questions I don't like the questions of, I don't like the questions of just like anything that sets him up to talk about like the history and the booking and everything. Because that's all he's going to do is tell you what you saw on television. It's like, I watched the television show. I don't need to know what's going on the television show from you here. So, yeah, that question and some other questions just, even Sean's question, Sean's question was good. I know what Sean was going at, because Sean didn't ask about like regrets or anything. Sean asked like lessons learned, because he mentioned it on Hawani's show, and Sean was like looking for a specific question or a specific like lesson throughout the 6 years of AEW. Like, hey, is there one moment that you're like, oh yeah, I learned something there. What did I learn today? And Tony just wasn't going to give him that. And then, so this is behind the scenes of our Slack chat here. Tony starts going on and on and on and gives no real answer. And then he starts talking. He says the word regret. And in our Slack chat, I said, he's about to say Jay Briscoe and Brody Lee as the regrets. And I put in the staff chat that he's about to say Jay Briscoe and Brody Lee. And literally like 2 seconds later, he's like, one thing I really wish I could have done is get Jay Briscoe on AEW television. I wish we could have done that. And I was like, bang, from downtown.
Can't
Called that one.
Can't confirm this was legitimately
Yes.
what happened.
Big pop in the staff chat for me knowing that answer. Didn't give the Brody Lee one, but that's usually his other go-to there.
Ask him again at World's End, and he'll because Brody Lee. It'll be 5 years by then, so
Yeah.
you get it then.
See, like you can. It wasn't even asking his regret though, Will. Yeah, I think Sean was right in what he was asking about like lessons learned. It's just Tony's going to veer off into whatever he's going to veer off into, and that's what happened here. And that's what I was thinking about. I think the clip will go up sometime this weekend, but like SB3 and I had the conversation yesterday of, hey, if you could have one question to ask Tony Khan that is relatively fair and not like super pressing type of thing, outside of I do want to know what was going through his mind to CM Punk is like, I'm old, I'm tired, and I work with fucking children. But aside from that, I do want to know like, hey, what's like a booking regret or a booking mistake you think you made? And then I thought about it, was like, he's not gonna like give a great answer to that because he doesn't want to bury anybody. He doesn't want to be like, yeah, you know what? Probably shouldn't have put the title on this guy. That was a mistake out here. Probably shouldn't have booked this match. I don't think he's going to do anything like that. So I think he'd probably get a similar answer of like, oh, the mistake I made was, there's been a few mistakes. I can't really say one thing that I've really done, time cop and time machines. And the biggest mistake I made was not pushing hard enough to get Jay Briscoe on television is where he's going to go. Oh, I don't even know if that's a good question. Like, I think there's good questions. It's just, you're not going to get a good answer off of everything, especially in these media settings.
Yeah.
Right? Like, and this is why the Hawani interview was good, because it was a nice sit down 80-minute interview face to face. So there was no kind of ducking and dodging of things. And Tony still talked around some things as you would expect him to do and promoted stuff as you would expect him to do, but he sat there and he answered everything and thought very well. These media calls, these press conferences, no offense to this show. No offense to Joel. In the last media scrum, the biggest thing to come out of it was we reached out to Jack Harlow for loving on me. That was the top thing, legitimately, to come out of that media scrum. Everything else from that media scrum was just great show, wrestlers are great, we look forward to the next show, blah, 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 blah. Like, that's what typically comes out of this stuff. Joel actually asked a great question and threw a bit on this show, and we got a legitimate answer out of things. And it's very rare on these press conferences and media scrums.
It's one of the reasons why I liked and felt really good coming out of All Out too, is because it wasn't just that. Because it was the build-up, and we knew for our show and our silly little bit it was going to be important for us, but we also got the Jadakiss laugh answer as well, which was like, again, a little bit more of a kayfabe answer, but he gave something that was different than, shut up, Mark. It was something that actually had some sort of substance to it. No, that's why I was happy with that. And we had our friends in the room that were filming it, and it was very funny for us. And Tony was a good sport and gave us some information. So yeah, you don't always get that. It is sometimes it's framing, and sometimes it is just catching someone at the right moment. And it really depends on the setting, like Jeremy says. If you're in the media calls, you can almost expect the same stuff and the same answers. And it's not the fault of the people asking questions. I mean, in some cases it is, because he has some pretty mundane questions. But in Sean's case, which we just talked about, Sean was hoping for a specific example or something that could be really like, it's not about being eye-opening, but at least something that you sit back and you can think on and you can ruminate on. And that wasn't what Tony was going to give. He kind of talked his way around to the answer that he would normally give, because he's been trained to answer that way. And that's okay, because that is just how the setting is adjusted for him. And it is, you're stuck. You're just stuck with the answers you get. And sometimes you get lucky, but I got lucky, I guess.
Will asking, do you think they'll stop the post pay-per-view scrums? Seem pointless to me. Maybe it's just me. I mean, I've wished they'd stopped these things years ago, honestly. Go ahead.
Sorry, I was gonna say as obnoxious as they are to some people, yourself included, Tony does legitimately enjoy doing them. Adam Hopkins may not, but it doesn't matter. I'm not speaking out of turn because he's been brought up lately, but it's Tony likes having that connection with media, whether that's local or if it's wrestling media, whatever it is. He likes having a gathering in the room to put over his accomplishment that night or something else that maybe could have gone wrong. He does like having some ability to be accountable or held accountable, whether he takes accountability or not. I don't see it going away anytime soon because WWE got rid of them and he doesn't want to make it look like he's doing what WWE's doing too.
I don't think they're going away anytime soon. I do think they've gotten better. I mean, I've praised it the last few scrums. They do a good job with the wrestlers. They get the wrestlers in and out. They do like 3 questions. The wrestlers have gotten good about like just kind of give a sentence or two, nothing too deep. That also makes them a little less pointless of like, all right, like you're just going to kind of give me a rather generic response of things. And the questions to the wrestlers are never, this is no knock on anybody there. There's not a whole lot to ask about because you're asking about the match. And so most of the questions are just like, what do you think's next for you? Do you want to go after this title? Do you want to do this? And it's like, okay, we get it. Like, there's just not a ton to ask because you're not going to ask about the intricacies of a match, right? I guess you could, but you're probably not going to. And I don't know if you get a great response off of that. But again, they've done a good job of getting the wrestlers in and out. Tony's gotten better about not being quite as wordy on these things, although he still has his moments. My biggest complaint about the press conferences now is that they take like 45 minutes to start. Like the show ends and then it's 45 minutes to start the thing. I'm like, oh my gosh, can like we speed this up a little bit? Because the actual press conferences now are like, they're only like an hour long. I can live with an hour long. That's fine. But the fact that it takes 45 minutes and, the show doesn't end till 12, 12:30, 45 minutes. Now it's 1:15, 1:30, and now you got an hour. So now it's 2:30. And then I'm not going to bed till 3 o'clock. It's like, right, the show ended 3 hours ago. I just spent 3 hours covering this 1 hour press conference because it takes 45 minutes to an hour to friggin' talk, to set this whole thing up. So that's my biggest issue with the press conferences. Now, I don't think they're going to go away, because I do think Tony likes doing them. I think there's a point to an extent of them. I wish they would just be like Tony doing it, honestly. I wish they would just don't have the wrestlers there. I don't think you get a ton out of the wrestlers. And I want the wrestlers talking before the event. Have them do the media before all of the event, because I don't think they do a good enough job doing like media hits before the shows. I'm pretty in deep on this stuff, unfortunately. Wheeler Yuta is making media rounds this week. I'm like, Wheeler Yuta didn't even have a match. Why is he doing pay-per-view promotion for this whole thing? I know other people have done stuff. Statlander's done a couple. I saw the Bucks did one with Vice. I know Kenny did something with CBS, but like these are just kind of one-off type of thing. The people who are like making the rounds are, again, like Wheeler Yuta is out there. Like Wheeler Yuta's not doing anything. Like I want to see Samoa Joe make the rounds. I want to see Hangman make the rounds. I want to see Mercedes and Statlander make the rounds more, instead of hearing them after the show where they're just going to talk to you about like, yeah, it was a great match. It was really excited to pick up the victory and continue my reign or win this title. I don't know what's next, but I'm great that I finally defeated this person or I finally won this title. Like, all right, we get it. I want to hear from them before, when it's a little bit more of a intimate setting and you get just better answers out of things. If Tony wants to do the press conference after and talk about stuff, that's fine. I think Tony's gotten better at them, and sometimes you get some stuff out of them. I don't think the wrestlers add a ton on these things, honestly.
You know what they should do? It should be Renee doing a tight 30 minutes. Then Tony comes in, does his spiel, and we're done. And I mean like a 30-minute. I'm not saying she ain't taking questions. I'm saying she does a 30-minute stand-up routine. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't. Everyone just sits there. We are a captive audience. She's like, guys, I've been working on this. I'd like to play it for you. I'd like to do this for you. If you would indulge me, and we'll be like, yeah, sure, Renee, we like you. Renee can do no wrong in the eyes of fans. So she could bomb up there, and we'll still laugh because we're courteous human beings. And so she gets 30 minutes just tight, and she gets it. It's gonna be good.
A Renee 30-minute stand-up routine would be something.
It's just her telling stories about John for 30 minutes.
That would be something. I mean, I think Renee's fantastic. I don't know how that would go. Remember when they did for like 2 episodes or 2 pay-per-views? It was Daddy Magic, Renee, and RJ.
Yes.
To kind of kill time before everybody came in.
That was after quickly not to do that again.
Yeah, that was after I think it was after Full Gear last year where Darby like crashed the car and everything. And the first thing out of RJ City's mouth there in this thing is like, what the fuck was that? And I think after that they were like, nope, we can't do this anymore.
Don't trust RJ with a live mic after hours. Oh, this is why you don't get the graphic RJ.
I mean, I think RJ would be fantastic on doing like just 30 minutes. I would kill for an RJ Renee like 30-minute just set after this. I'm all for that. I don't know about Renee by herself. I think she'd be great, but that's pretty difficult. You put RJ up there though, and they can just bounce off each other. Throw in Danielson too. Let them go. RJ and Danielson's like the most awkward pairing because they're both just kind of like in their own world of bits. Yeah.
It's gonna be penises and like 50s. It's gonna be about who from the 50s has large penises.
That's what
Daniel just going back and forth.
That's what we need after the show. So I'm all for that. I'm all for that over just, hey, sit around and listen to this generic ass music for 45 minutes.
Okay. Here it is. While they're waiting for Tony, they make the media sit through a live AEW. Just one episode.
That's great.
I think that would actually work. You make the media sit through it. They tape it right there. And then Tony comes in and he starts the media scrum. And everyone's in a good mood because those things are fun. Those AEWs are fun. There you go. We got it. You're going to make everyone sit through AEW. It's a special media, friendly edition or media event. And they just go from there. I think we got it.
I'm for it.
All right. Somebody pitch RJ. Don't pitch RJ on it. Make him do it. You pitch RJ, he's just going to be like, no, it's not my idea. I'm not doing it. I know how RJ City works. I've known him long enough. He had to make it his idea or he ain't doing it.
I'll pitch RJ on it. He'll say no, and that's fine. But all right. What are we doing? Hello, RJ City.
He's online. I mean, he's perpetually.
Yeah, he's very online.
I mean, he's been active, is what I meant.
If you were paid, not by me, by me, would you do a live AEW after pay-per-views while fans/media wait for...
It's not fans, it is media. They do have passes.
Yeah, but it's also fans like watching on the YouTube.
Oh, I guess so. I thought it was going to be closed set. We're not showing.
No. I don't want to listen to that generic music the whole time. Yeah, I don't want that.
All right, okay, I got it.
All right, if you were paid, not by me, would you do a live AEW? I gotta make sure it's hey. Tony. Hold on, I will tag Tony, of course. Where's the all right? I gotta
hey apostrophe or hey
apostrophe EW in
exclamation point.
Yeah, exclamation point. Yeah, I got to make sure I get that right because he'll bury me if I get it wrong.
You got to be on your game for this, man.
Yeah, I know. Would you do a live AEW after pay-per-views while fan/media wait for
You have to put the EW in parentheses.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
Okay. All right. Sure. Yeah.
While fans/media wait for the press conference to start.
Technically, they say they air at the crack of dawn, and AEW pay-per-views do typically end at the crack of dawn on a Sunday. So,
all right, I've tagged Tony Khan as well. I would say it would be much better than the generic music. Thanks. All right.
Love that music.
All right, so the full tweet is, hello, RJ City. If you were paid, not by me, would you do a live AEW after pay-per-views while fans/media wait for the press conference to start? It would be much better than the generic music. Thanks, ! At Tony Khan. Should I tag Renee?
I mean, she's not on the show.
Yeah, but like, she's part of the bit, you know?
I mean, I guess.
I won't tag Renee. All right, I'll just do Tony.
I feel like Tony and RJ would be enough because he doesn't like Renee in the thing.
All right, I've posted the tweet. Maybe, I don't know. Sometimes Twitter doesn't work.
True.
We should ask Grok if Elon Musk should host AEW.
I a long time ago I muted and blocked that function. So thank you. For those who don't know, by the way, the music that we're talking about, here it is in all its glory. Sounds like bootleg NWO. Bootleg Eric Bischoff beat. Yeah.
Turn this off. I hate this.
So bad. So lazy. There is no reason for that to exist, but StreamYard made it, so it's awful.
I get like a tick when I hear this thing. God, I hate that music.
Lawrence asking how long till he responds. Instantaneous.
Yeah, RJ's very online.
He'll respond with an FU very quickly.
Yeah, he will.
He'll just be, go fuck yourself.
And then I'll tag Chris Jericho, like, sue this man.
Well, now my Twitter doesn't even load, so this is a great day for Twitter.
Yeah, I mean, that's typically how it goes.
Of course. Now I feel bad for having posted. There you go. There it is. Okay, good. I see it now. See how this goes. Anyway. First 5 minutes of every single rehearsal jam. It's true. That's exactly what it sounds like. Chucky's got it. Anyway. So we'll see. It should be a fun Full Gear, and even funner press conference afterwards.
No.
I won't be listening. I will listen. People know how I do this. It's a 5-hour show. The first 3 hours I will watch live, and then I will turn it off for the last 2 matches, go to bed, and catch up in the morning because I will be more than willing to watch wrestling at that point.
Fair.
Are you back? You're back.
No, I think I'm here. I didn't know I left.
Well, you froze for a second.
Oh, okay, my bad.
It's all good. I saw Grazi Streams did retweet it, so I'm sure RJ will get back to you soon.
Grazi
Streams.
Oh, good.
No, go.
Oh, Ricky was saying this. Ricky was saying this. This reminds me of the altitude music while waiting for the Avs to return from commercial. I get the ESPN music because I don't watch. Like, I watch the altitude feed, but it's on the ESPN app, so I get the ESPN music. The ESPN music sucks as well, so I'm not as familiar with the altitude musics. I think they play it during intermission sometimes, and so I hear it then. But the ESPN music is the one that one sucks as well. But PTSD I get PTSD from the AEW press conference music because that's really bad. That's terrible.
Maybe Ruckus will figure it out, make a new one.
I don't know if he does that.
I think he did. He used to do them for like the themes for the pay-per-views, then they just play them as the lead into these things. But I don't know. I can't tell you the last time I watched a media scrum from the beginning. So like with all the waiting time, I just fast forward until they start the stupid things. Like a smart person.
Nah, I don't have that option. I typically mute it. Now I've learned of just like, I'm just gonna mute this and work on other stuff, and then I'll check in to see when it actually starts, and so I don't have to listen to this music.
Smart. That's what I would do too. All right, what do we have next? Can we talk about Gail Kim being the smartest woman in the business?
Oh,
she talk about turning an amazing shoot opinion, whatever, into a work. originally, so everyone knows the Gail Kim story with what happened with her opinions on deathmatch wrestling and blah blah blah, and people got annoyed rightfully because it was just 3 days of nonstop replying to things and turned into 3 different conversations. That's not important. We moved past it. Gail yesterday announced that she's going to be appearing at the Fan Slam for the GCW Dream On show that they're doing in New Jersey at the American Mall. And that was like, that was funny enough. And then they started with Janela making references to like, oh, now she's coming to this place. And then Gail was like, well, actually, I'm also going to be on the show. And so Joey, a few weeks ago, had tweeted, and it's a pinned tweet. He's like, hey, I'm working on doing something really crazy in the next few weeks that I'm going to announce. So like, bear with me. And part of me is like, is he going to have a death match with Gail Kim at spring break? Is that what we're leading to? Because if it is, like, I'm all for it. But I love that like Gail and GCW have come together to work together, and I'm sure Gail was kind of leaning into it a bit more than she needed to at times. But I'm happy that this turned into an opportunity for them to work together. I think it'll be a great heat for Gail to come in as this like too good for her, too big for her britches type of heel. And for Janela to continue working with all the legends of the past and have some fun with it. I think give it up to Gail Kim. She worked you, brother.
I don't know if she turned it into a work. It definitely wasn't at first, but good on her for turning it into that. And good on GCW, Joey and Brett for realizing like, this is kind of dumb. What are we doing arguing about this stuff? Hey, how can we turn this into something where we all get paid and we all boost a little interest here? Like, people will knock Joey for whatever reason they want to knock Joey for, but as a smart dude, that's a well-connected and smart dude, and he finds a way to get things done. And here's another example of it.
I'm happy for them. I think it'll be good times. Gail's husband's gonna come out and have a stare down with Joey and Megan. I love that they could do this as like a tag team match. That should be it. It should be a tag match. Gail and her husband, whose name I can't remember right now. Robert Irvine. Gail and Robert versus Joey and Megan. That's the most friends we were on a break ass match I've ever heard of. Just my names alone. So God bless Gail. That when it started, I thought it was annoying. I thought it was obnoxious, but she turned it into something that I just can't wait to see.
Well, I mean, it was obnoxious when it started.
100%. But I think turned it into something that was not so bad. So
it got more obnoxious with the Rio stuff. Like the deathmatch stuff was whatever. I was like, all right, sure, that's your opinion. Then the Rio stuff was like, all right, now we're getting, and then it just kept going and going. It's like, okay, can we stop this? I mean. Yeah, Rio and Gail's up next.
Oh, I'm so excited for that. Tony's gonna like bring her out at World's End. Be like, this is the match I've always wanted. We're gonna do it in the UK. Oh wait, the UK stuff would have already happened.
Yeah, the UK. Yeah.
Oh well, can't do it now. We'll see, but good for them. MLW last night.
Yeah.
That turned out to be a really fun show. Not that I was expecting it not to be, but there was some good stuff. What did you think of the presentation? The ring on the stage was one. They were surrounded by the video boards, like Court had told us on Wednesday. And what did you think of the video screens and just the way that they presented the show?
I thought it came off much better than maybe even they thought. Court was on the show and he mentioned like, we don't know how this is gonna go. Might suck, honestly. But I thought it was good because the way it was set up, it was a theater. And so obviously if you're shooting one side, you can see the crowd and that's fine. But if you're shooting the other side, there's nothing if they didn't have these video screens. So this was just much better than like, hey, let's stare at this curtain the entire time or like a black wall or whatever it might be. I like that every match had like a unique little background for it. It gave every match like a different aesthetic or everything. We saw the ship with the Kraken. The Mistico match had the banners, almost like a bullfighting Coliseum setting there. So yeah, like it was, I like the different backgrounds that they used for everything. And overall I thought it came off very well when they weren't sure what to expect, and I wasn't quite sure what to expect. I think there's improvements they probably could have made on it as to be expected, considering it was the first time doing it. But considering it was the first time doing it, I think they got something there, and they're obviously going to run that venue more because as the news came out before the show, they moved their headquarters to Charleston. So yeah, I imagine they're going to run that venue a lot in the coming months and years. So they'll have more time to kind of tinker with things and really get it down.
Will Ring of Hallucinations be moving their headquarters as well down south?
We don't have a headquarters.
I mean, technically, it's where you're sitting right now.
Yeah, the headquarters is wherever you are in your mind, you know?
Oh, that's true. That is the drug thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. The show was great. The event was fun. I think you nailed it on the head. For a first run, the video boards worked. There is stuff that they can work with and work on, but like that's kind of what you expect. This was like their beta presentation, and for that, I think they should continue to build on it. They also made the announcement that MLW Fusion's coming back next year. So for those who are looking for a weekly MLW style television program to pay attention to, then you've got it next year. And then moving to Charleston, it makes sense to run your tapings out of there and make yourselves more of a Charleston brand, a Charleston shoe. No, not that. Yeah, but the show itself was pretty good. The wrestling was fun. Mistico wins the Opera Cup, which, to the surprise of no one, is what happened. Takes a sip of Don Gato after he won it, drinks it from the Opera Cup. I thought that was sweet.
Well, he was like scared to like pour it into the Opera Cup, and then so he just drank it straight out of the bottle. I was like, all right, fair.
You're right. It was very funny.
I respect it.
Cross defeated Matt Riddle in the main event, tapped him out. They made a big deal out of that because Riddle, I don't think, had submitted an MLW yet. So now the big story will be, did he use an illegal chokehold? And I'm sure that'll play into it.
Is that the story?
They tried to tell that as a story. Dombrowski was not Dombrowski. Lawler, Tom Lawler was kind of like, was it? Did he choke?
Lawler was drunk off his ass though. They did a Lawler shot counter, and so
what did he get to?
I think he was like 18 by the end of the night. And you're taking 18 shots of tequila, assuming that's a shoot number. Yeah, Lawler didn't know what the hell was going on by the end of the main event.
Good for him. That's what I want. Oh yeah, so. We'll see what they do with that. And I heard that as of 10:55 a.m. Eastern, the Good Brothers are still fighting with the Skyscrapers.
Oh, good for them.
Yeah, don't know where, but they are still fighting somewhere on the streets of Charleston. And Cruel, he retained his title in whatever that was, that bunkhouse brawl. Poor Arn Anderson, he was trying. Yeah. He was trying.
Yeah. Brought out CW for that whole. Like one of these guys got to take a bump.
But anyway, it was a fun show. There was more on the card. Go check it out. It's free on the MLW YouTube channel, and I think that if you go with an open mind and you want to see something different for a wrestling presentation, you'll find something really fun from it. So once again, MLW, they should be praised for trying something new. Not everything's going to be for you, but you'll find something in it. So good for them.
Again, MLW is very kind to us. We appreciate them when it comes to that, and they do good shows. They do it used to be a tight 2 hours. Now it's a little bit longer, but I think the show last time was like 2:10. I'm pretty sure I wrapped up all my coverage with at like 10:10 or something. So yeah, the shows go by very quickly. Nothing goes too long. They don't do 40-minute matches. Everything's in that 12 to 18 sweet spot for me, or longer or shorter than that, which is great if they're shorter than that. And they get through stuff, and they're bringing in some good talent with everything. So MLW, they're doing well, and doing something like they did last night will hopefully be another step in the right direction for them and just wrestling in general, because we haven't seen anything quite like that in wrestling. I mean, the Thunderdome era is kind of the closest, and the Thunderdome era was fans on a screen, and that sucked because there wasn't actual fans there, so I get it. But, AEW runs the unique venues, and that's great. And like when they run the theater venues, that's very good. And this is a kind of another take on that, but they kind of maximize their space with the video wall there. And it was very, it's not quite the Vegas sphere, but I understand the comparison that Court went for there. So it was good.
Yeah, it was more immersive. I found it like when UFC ran the sphere the way that they presented it, where I think the comparison he was trying to make was using different backdrops for every match that spoke to the match you were doing. So for that, he nailed it. But if you're expecting it to look like the sphere, he ain't got the money for that. Nobody does. UFC got it because the Saudis paid them billions and billions of dollars to do it. Millions, whatever.
Yeah, I agree with what Louis is saying. The entrances should have come from the video wall because they came through the crowd and then like walked up the ramp and everything. I did like that kind of felt like a cool experience of coming from the crowd with there. But I do like how UFC did it. Again, the sphere is a little bit different, but like during the UFC entrances, when they would walk you to the screen behind them, and that really added an aesthetic to the entrances with the sphere screen behind them. And maybe that's something, again, next time they'll look at, like, all right, you know what, let's do it this way instead. I think they wanted to maybe just go through the crowd this time to really give more of a fan experience there. But I do agree, it did feel a little awkward when they were coming through the crowd, like walking towards the video instead of walking with the video playing in the background. But it was something different, so I can appreciate that.
I feel like if you have everything happen on the stage in a not a promotion, but a presentation like wrestling, where you do need the crowd hyped up, you almost need to walk through the crowd, because otherwise it's just everything's in this one space confined to one area. And so getting the wrestlers to walk through the crowd at least makes it more real, makes it more immersive, and it adds to the experience, whether it's I got to touch them or I got to see them close up and get a photo, whatever. Like, to me, it made sense to walk them through there. I understand the awkwardness that it looked like. You can find presentationally a way to make it look cooler than just like we're walking down the aisle looking for our seat. Oh, got a ticket to 315 row A, seat 17. Oh, you're in my seat. I'm here for my match. So it makes sense, but you got to find a way to make it more entertaining, or at least more part of the show, more immersive. So yeah, otherwise you bring them on the stage, like it looks cool, but you're not necessarily as bought in because you're not seeing them up close and personal.
They should have a giant video screen behind them as they walk through the crowd with whatever their aesthetic is. And, someone's like holding it like a giant video screen, and then they place it onto the wall when the match begins. And so then it just becomes part of the wall there. That's what I would go with.
They should get the WrestleMania 3 ring cart, drive them down the aisle, and surrounded by video on the ring cart, because we're bringing it into 2025, 2026. Like we're modernizing this idea, and then everyone's like, I can't walk through this aisle. Like, too bad, it's not for you. It's a scissor lift. Those are skinny enough, and the wrestlers are way up there. By the way, Danny McBride, shout out to Court. He was there. Just like he told us he would be, having fun watching the matches and getting excited for mostly the women's matches. But either way, he was there.
That's where they mainly showed him, is during the women's matches.
not a great look, but he was there and he was enjoying himself. So good for him.
Danny McBride was enjoying his tequila and watching Scarlett, Isla, Shotzi, and Priscilla out there. So good on him. I'm sure he was enjoying the other matches. They just decided to cut him on into the women's matches.
Let's make Danny McBride look like a giant pervert.
You couldn't give him a shot during the Mystico match or something? Shit.
You couldn't just have fun with like the Mystico win and be like, I'm gonna have a shot with you. Like, no, Danny McBride, he loves the lady. Maybe next time we'll do better. Or maybe it was his call. Who knows? Oh man, Matthew Hook sent a super chat earlier saying, I hope AEW keeps Anna Jay. This is why ROH is a shame with how it's used. So much talent need the time. They need to use the roster in time of shows better. So let's dig into this one real quick. Fightful Select did report last night that Anna Jay is believed to be coming to the end of her contract. I don't have the verbatim post up, but let me get it real quick. Key figure in the AEW Women's Tag Division could be entering free agency. Once again, from Fightful Select. We learned that AEW's Anna Jay, her contract is believed to be up in the next few months. As of now, we haven't learned if there have been contract negotiations tied to extending her, but an AEW source did expect that AEW will be making the move to retain her if possible. It was noted to Fightful that Anna Jay enjoys teaming with Ty Mello and is also open to doing what's right for her career, including exploring many potential free agency options. The team of Ty J has been eliminated from the women's tag team title tournament. Damn, Sean. I mean, it is factual, but it's like, just put that at the end. All right, fine. Anna Jay, there, and Matthew Hooks kind of hits the nail on the head. She's not known as like the best wrestler in the world in the women's division. She's not. She is part of a tag team that is popular. There are many fans who are behind her. She's been around the AEW ecosystem since 2020. She had the christening from Brody Lee.
Yeah, 2021 is where she like really started. Well, 2020 because she was like Wardlow's valet.
Yeah, they brought her in, and then she was just kind of there. And then the real start of the breakout was when she got Chris in '99, and she joined the Dark Order, and everything that came with that. So she's been a fixture of AEW programming on and off since then. To me, the opportunity to have her build. Remember when she went to Japan and came back and suddenly was like a better performer in the eyes of other people because she got reps in a different space. And again, Redmond Survivor made the point. She had the Stardom stint. Having the reps will do you a lot of good. And if you don't get those reps and you don't get those opportunities, unfortunately, regression will happen, ring rust will set in, and you don't have it. Whether that means that Anna should be looking for outside indie appearances, if she wants to do that, if that's something she's into, or be working Ring of Honor, trying to get a spot there, there should be a way for these talent who are a little greener and trying to figure it out, getting out there and getting reps in, because if they are liked by the audience, you should be pushing them to continue to be seen in front of the audience and to grow. As to where she goes, obviously that's up to her, but she does have options. But she's been with AEW since really the beginning of her launch into wrestling.
I don't know whose call it is to work like Stardom shows, Japan in general. I don't know if that's something, because a lot of the women talk about like, hey, I want to do this, and then it never comes to fruition, or they do like one match and then that's kind of it. I mean, Ty Mello went to Japan and did like a one-off, I think. I don't think she worked too much in Japan when she was over there. Yeah, Anna didn't she at least did the Grand Prix and everything, so she at least did like a full-on tour for a month, which is good. But then she hasn't been back, and it's been over a year now, and I don't know if like she wants to go back or if it's a thing of like, well, we can't have you go back because we want to use you. I just don't know, again, whose call that is. She's been getting consistent reps throughout this year, but with the AEW schedule, you're not always going to get those reps regardless because they don't have live events, and she's not working like the ROH shows or anything. So you're basically you got to hope you're on Collision or Dynamite each week. I mean, I say consistent reps, and it's largely been since May because she's only had 15 matches this year. That's not a lot, doing 15 matches in a year. I mean, that's less than 2 per month at this point. We're 11 months into the year. That's less than 2 matches per month. It's not a lot of time to improve in the ring. She's only had 150 matches overall, and that's 5 years into wrestling. I mean, I guess she started in late 2019, if you really want to go when the start was. So that's just not a lot of matches, 5-6 years into your career. And she got reps on Dark, which is good, but obviously that's gone now. And unless you're on Collision, unless you're on ROH, like you're not gonna get that many reps in that much time. I don't think they, at least now, view her as a big priority, and that's their call. That's their right to put her where they want to put her. So she has to just kind of, where can she fit in to anywhere? Does she go to Japan? And like, all right, let me work in Japan. At least I know I'll get consistent matches because Stardom runs like 3 times a week during tours, maybe even more than that. So you're going to get consistent matches there. Or maybe you go to Tokyo Joshi Pro, same thing. If you're on a tour, you're working 3 times a week. She could work more in 1 month in Stardom or Tokyo Joshi Pro than she worked all year in AEW. So maybe that's what she wants to do. And I don't know if she wants to do the indies. I just don't know how a lot of these people feel about the indies, especially if you didn't come from the indies, and especially when you've had the taste of the taste of being on television for as long as she's been on television. Because we see that a lot with the WWE people. They're on television for so long, and then they get released, and it's like, oh, now I got to go work the indies, even though I've never really worked the indies. And some people thrive with that. Cardona is a good example. And then other people are just like, yeah, I'm over this booking my own travel and everything. This is not for me. So I just don't know how she feels about that. But I think she'll have options. It's going to be ultimately up to her. I think she stays with AEW in some capacity. Maybe that means working more Stardom, Tokyo Joshi Pro, independent promotions, whatever they might be, and doing that over. Maybe it means a run in ROH. God knows they could use some consistency that isn't Athena. I mean, they got Athena and Persephone is the final battle match.
Yeah, they fucked us. What happened to Billy and Athena 4? What happened there?
We didn't need that. Like,
is Persephone about to win the Ring of Honor Women's Championship, and then Mercedes is going to be Persephone?
So.
What are we doing?
I don't think so. But like, that's the final battle match, and like, it's a fine match. It'll be a good match. Please, folks, tell me the last time Persephone won a singles match on ROH television throughout her history. It was earlier this year. I will say that much. You know, it was the I think it was the Global Wars show. She faced Red Velvet. That was what, May?
Well, she just
June?
won. She just won.
Yes, I know she came back last night and won. Yes, I know that. But like, there's no actual story. It's not like they spent weeks or months building up Persephone to challenge for this title. It was, she's worked a couple of matches throughout the year. She hasn't been on television since July at Supercard when she was in the interim title match. And then she came back last night and won a quick match and was like, hey, I want a title shot. Like, there's no build to this match. That's I literally gave you the build. Somebody who's been off television since July, came back, won one match. Even before she won the match, she's like, I want a title shot. It's like, where have you been? What do you mean you want a title shot? Get out of here.
You're just going to beat Diamante, and then it'll be good enough for them.
Again, there's been no build to it. So if you can put someone like Anna there who can get consistent reps, I'm all for that, because God knows they got nothing else going on in the women's division right now. It's the same thing with the men's division. Bandito's probably not going to face Blake Christian. As much as they've kind of been building up Blake and they've teased it and everything, you know Bandito is just ultimately going to face CMLL star whoever.
Hechicero.
Nah, they've already done that match.
They can do it again.
Is Ishii going to be cleared by Final Battle? They'll do that match. They love Ishii.
Extended excursion Ishii.
But like, that's the match they're going to do. They just like doing these, hey, what looks cool on a graphic? And who is sort of a name people might know? Who's a name that'll get people interested? That's what they're going to end up doing for Final Battle. That's what they've already started doing. Again, that's the match with Persephone. But that's what they do for these title matches. So having someone like Anna Jay who can at least be there consistently and can maybe build something is probably a good move. I just don't think they have any desire to do it.
You know what the problem is with Anna Jay? She's upset because she never won those big money matches. She's been on the losing side of 2 of them. She's lost out on a collective $600,000. $600,000 she didn't win because she teamed with the wrong people. The $10,000 four-way, Chris Statlander won. The $500,000 multiple tag team, whatever, on Collision was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It was a 10-woman tag. That was $100,000 each. Well, she lost out on that one to Megan Bayne, Penelope Ford, and the Triangle of Madness. So she's upset. That's why. That's why she's upset. Is because she didn't win that money, that big AEW Tony Khan money for matches. But that's because she's also not working. Therefore, she deserves to lose because she's not wrestling. That being said, she's also not working the indies, like you said. She like looking at her cage match. It's exclusively AEW and some New Japan, and then Stardom. And the New Japan stuff is with AEW talent or like some sort of connection to like Battle in the Valley or Fighting Spirit Unleashed. And the matches are just part of the AEW partnership with New Japan. There's been no outside work for her.
Yeah, and again, I don't know if that's her call. I don't know if that's their call. I don't. It's something you got to ask her. It's like, hey, do you want to work Japan? Do you want to work the indies? And maybe she's like, not really. I'm cool just working the matches I work on AEW, and whenever they use me, great. And if they don't, that's fine too. Or maybe she's like, yeah, I've asked. There's a lot of holdups on things, so can't do it.
So what happens if she moves away and looks at other options? Obviously, the first one people would look at is going to WWE, going to the PC, working NXT. Is that something that would be beneficial, not just for her, but also for just her character?
I just don't see it. I mean, it could happen. I don't see it. I mean, could it be beneficial? Sure. But it's the same issue that she'd potentially have in AEW. NXT at least runs some live events, so you will get reps there. But if you're not on TV, you're not really getting any type of reps on anything. Like if you want to work, then you might run into the same issue with WWE. And it also same thing is like AEW clearly sees her at one level for now, and maybe she gets past it, maybe she doesn't, but they're using her how they're using her. WWE could be the same thing. It's like, all right, where do you fit in here? They call their NXT women's division the most stacked women's division. So where does she fit in there? Does she fit in on anywhere on the main roster? And I don't know if she does. I think they got good talent in NXT who they need to continue to cultivate and push. And then the main roster, they need some help in certain areas, but that's where you got the women in NXT to help you. So I don't know where they would see her with everything. I have no idea their view on her. I have no idea her view on things. I don't see her as a WWE person. It could be wrong. For all I know, they announce at New Year's Evil that here comes Jay Anna into the WWE Performance Center.
Anna K. Because she's one less. So what could you do? Anna Bay? Oh, no, then you're Chris Bay's.
Yeah.
No. There's got to be a way to do it. Anna Day. Because she could beat you any day of the week. I did like this earlier, Crimea River. But she's Ukrainian. She's from Crimea. Now we're going to get really, really political on this shit. I like Redmond Survivor saying maybe she can come in as Blake Monroe's understudy. The problem with that is she doesn't look like Blake Monroe. She doesn't have the same body type. She doesn't have the same look as Blake Monroe. So you'd really have to make some changes to make her the understudy. Typically on a Broadway show, the people who are the understudy look at least a bit like the actual star.
She blonde, she Marilyn Monroe.
That's true. That's right. Anna Jay, but it would be Jay Uso.
They just give Anna Jay the yeet.
I was talking last night with Cresta on the TNA post show about Jey Uso because now Cresta's moving to the Friday show. She's doing this post SmackDown. And so she was making jokes about like how, they're going to talk about how Jey Uso is going to run it back into the heat. And I talked about like sexy bunny Rhea doing the heat once upon a time on our show. And then I was like, you know what? If I had to do it, I would just be old Jewish man being like, fat. Well, tell me when it's over. That's how I would treat the heat. But yes, that's my segue.
Is there a Jewish word for yeet? Yiddish? I don't know.
Is there a Yiddishkeit for
Yid?
Yid. It's Yid. Oh, because starting next week it's just me use on the TNA post show. So I'm solo now, by the way.
That's
Cresta has
unfortunate.
moved. Yes, Cresta has moved full time. She'll be doing the WWE SmackDown post shows with Kate full time, and the AEW Collision post shows with some form of Rick Oridi and all three. None of the three. She's with Alex
SP3.
apparently as P3. I think she's doing the. I think she's working with Alex this weekend for Full Gear. I'm not even sure anymore.
Oh wait, hold on, Pulowski
I feel like they're working together
and
doing the Silent
Krista.
Graps post show. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm,
Shit.
she made reference. She had a very funny bit on last night's show. It wasn't even a bit. She just blanked on people who work for the company or like work for Fightful. She
Fair.
was like, not Jeremy. Not she literally went through every on-camera person, not SP3, not Sean, not Jeremy, not Jensen. I was like, Pulowski? She's like, yeah. I'm like, you went through everyone who works here except for the guy who's been here the longest.
Right, Pulowski's like the most prominent of everybody. But I guess if she hasn't like worked with Pulowski, it would be easy to not think of him. But yeah, Pulowski is by far the most prominent outside of Sean. He's been there far longer. He does multiple post shows.
I'm doing the TNA post shows solo from now on. That's fine. They don't need to be an hour. That's the reality of it. And like I said last night on the show, like the rest of 2025 for TNA is very much going to be like all right, sure, this is what they're doing. They're just waiting. It's literally just biding time until they do Genesis and the new TV deal. Like the cleanse that they're doing with Eric Young, that whole story, they're absolutely waiting until they have Mike Santana win the title again. And then the cleanse will be Eric Young trying to take out Mike Santana to win the title. And they're waiting for whatever that's going to be. They're giving JDC a world title shot at Final Resolution because JDC won a singular match. They even brought it up. They're just like, why does JDC get a world title match if he beats Eric Young? No one had an answer. They just went with it. So like, this is very much let's just get through the rest of this.
That's how this company always is, though. This company lives on, let's just get through this. That's it. That's their whole existence. Let's just get to a TV deal. Let's just get to Bound for Glory. Let's just get through the end of the year. This is company's whole existence.
Someone asking, when is the Tiglea post show coming to Fightful? So you go to youtube.com/@Denise Salcedo and you'll find them there. Or you can just follow Lucha Blog on socials. I'm not fighting back. I love Cresta. I'm glad she's
Joel and Kate kicked your ass.
I don't care. You know what? It's the difference between I can start a post show at 10:05 and be done at 10:35 versus starting at 10:15 and being finished at 11:15.
Wow. Joel buries Cresta's timeliness.
I mean, yes, but also it's an opportunity for me to come and get my shit in and go home and be asleep by a reasonable hour on a Thursday.
Wow. Don't have the love for the game like to continue on and give the people what they want.
Yeah, all 1,000 people really want that TNA post show.
You're the Fightful champion, Joel.
Yeah, how many days has it been? We just crossed the threshold recently. Let's take a look. Today is day 1710. 1,710.
0 title defenses. CMLLS champion
Acknowledge
over here.
Me. First of all, it's TNA champion. I forgot my belt in the back one time. That's just me doing quick hits, baby. 30 minutes. That's it. Joel and Jeremy TNA post show. Absolutely not.
There's not enough to talk about with
There
TNA.
never is. It's literally like match was fine. Here was the finish. This is where they're going. See you later.
I was watching this show last night. I was like, this show just lifeless. But I guess they're waiting for the TV deal, so it's meant to be lifeless. It's lifeless on purpose.
Yes, lifeless. Listen, I will put this over. I thought that the Santana in-ring promo, I thought that was good. I think he delivers well. I like that, and I said I don't know if this is post-production or if this was just the building. It was silent, and I'm okay with silence when it feels the way they shot it as if everyone's paying attention to that one person sitting in the ring, and it's such an emotional moment and it's such a tense moment. I'm fine with that. The rest of the show, whatever. It was fine. Like doing the 2 knockouts 4 ways to do the one-on-one match, and then meanwhile the knockouts title is on the line this week. It's it's so funny that it's like they have the graphic for Final Resolution, but like it's 4 women on there. One of them is going to be on there by Thursday nights when they redo the graphic. They don't care. They just don't care.
They announced like 20 matches for Final Resolution at once.
Yeah, because the show's in 2 weeks. And again, December 5th, it's going to be SmackDown, Final Battle, and Final Resolution. They're all on at the same time. Final Resolution starts at 9 p.m. because they're in Texas.
Oh, I hate when they do that shit. I'm gonna miss the beginning of it anyway, but that sucks because that means I'm gonna have to be around for the end.
Yep.
So that's why I really don't like it. Oh,
show will end by 11:45, probably 12 at that point.
12, yeah, it's going till at least 12.
Yeah, they'll do all bit of 3 hours. Again, I don't know why TNA feels the need to make all of their specials 3+ hours. They don't need it. The end of Turning Point did not need the extra 15 minutes that they gave it. It could have been out and just complete chaos, and that's it. Yeah, just stupid. Just dumb. MLW does it right. I'm sorry. 2 hours can get you out. Even if you go over 10 minutes, I can take 2 hours and 10 minutes better than I can do 3 hours and 15.
I can, like, 3 hours is fine, but again, you want to do a 3-hour show, start it earlier. Don't do a 3-hour show and start it at 9, because then you're over at 12. I don't start the show at 8. You want to end at 11? Fine, sure. But I do not like when they start these shows late and then it goes 3-4 hours. Like, any show that's running to midnight, I think I've pitched this before. Cutoff time is 11 o'clock. Start your show whenever. Cutoff time's 11. That's when you got to end. I don't care where you're running from. If you want to do a 5-hour show, start your show at 6. End it at 11. If you want to do a 12-hour show, start your show at 11, end it at 11. I do not care when you start. Cut that shit off at 11.
I agree. I want to be in bed and I want to be happily drifting off to dreamland. It should be that.
Tired of these shows going to midnight and past.
There's no reason for it. But anyway, not next Friday, but 2 Fridays from now, you'll be sitting there being like, what are we doing here? What is the point of this?
2 Fridays from now? Oh yeah, that's right. Well, 2 Fridays from now, I won't be here. So.
You'll be doing other stuff. It's fine.
Yeah, but I will unfortunately be around, and once everything's over, I'll be back, and then I'll have to do all the wrap up stuff because I'm sure there's gonna be an ROH press conference.
Oh, you bet.
Those are worse than the AEW ones. Like, no one could possibly care about these ROH press conferences.
It's gonna be Kimmy asking the same question over and over again. Where's Britt? Where's Britt? Why isn't Britt in ROH? Where's Chris Jericho? We love Chris Jericho. Please tell me where Chris Jericho is. Can you produce a live video of Chris Jericho right now if we asked?
I don't know what Kimmy thinks of Persephone getting this match. I assume she's watching this show. Sometimes she watches. Her thoughts on ROH and the way they've set up. She was very angry about Tony saying that the national title will be the first AEW title to be defended on ROH television. Tony's like so proud of that fact. It's like, dude, it's your company, okay? Like, they're both your company.
It's like the NXT title being defended on Raw. Let's go.
They're both your company. You could have had at any point an AEW title defended on ROH television. I'm real excited for this national title. Like, this tells me that like Speedball is gonna win this national title because Bobby Lashley ain't working ROH. He ain't doing that bullshit.
They'll get Ricochet to do it. They'll just get Ricochet. It's fine.
I mean, Ricochet does make sense, but Bobby Lashley ain't going to ROH.
It would be very funny if they promote it as like, this is the title that we're going to put on Ring of Honor and it's going to work the indies, and Bobby wins the title and he's like, hell no, that's not what I'm doing. It's not part of my deal. And MVP's like, we need more money to make it happen. And Shelton Benjamin's like, I'll do it. And both men are like, shut the fuck up, Shelton. Bobby Lashley should win that title and immediately throw it in the trash. I want the world title. Can I cash this in? Is this like option C? Do you guys know about option C?
They should.
He should. Someone who has worked TNA and now works in AEW should absolutely try to option C a belt and see what Tony's response is.
Okay, I like this option. I like this possibility here. But I have a different. I'm gonna throw something else
Sure.
at you. There needs to be like a hierarchy of cashing in. So you win the national title. They need to come up with some like city title. Maybe it's the TNT title because that's just a network. So you win the TNT title. This is how you establish a hierarchy of titles too. You win the TNT title. That's just a network. That's not too big. You can cash that in and go after the national title because that, is you're talking nationality. You cash that in and go after, I guess, the Continental title would be next.
Sure, I guess.
And you cash that in, you go after the international title. And then you cash that in, you can go after the world title. So you just got to keep going up and up until you conquer all of the land. It's like the game Risk, You ever play that game, Joel? That was a great game. I loved Risk.
I did not play Risk, but I'm very well aware of it.
Okay. So yeah, it's like Risk. It's like, ooh, am I going to risk putting my national title on the line to get the international title? Then you got to vacate the national title. I don't know where the unified title fits in. Okada just keeps that forever. Who cares?
But calls everyone a bitch and walks away.
Yeah. But that's how you do. You just keep, you conquer all of the territories in AEW, and it establishes a hierarchy as well. It's like, all right, well, now we know the international title is the second most important championship in this company. Sorry, Kyle Fletcher, your belt has now been regulated to the worst title in the company. Apologies. They're like, Cody won this title first. It's meaningless.
It's meaningless. Oh, I'm telling you, man, it's gotta be the option C title. Just work your way up. It's the ladder belt. There's no way to do it. But if you're gonna have it, it should be option C belt.
Now Risk can get intense, but Risk was great. Yeah.
Fight.
Shared Delaware and I would play that on our Switches during the pandemic. We just play against each other in Risk.
Oh, speaking of Switches.
Oh no. Are you gonna check the price for Fight Forever?
So I don't, because Grazi streams Graze. He actually added in the Fightful Select Discord, digital copy of AEW Fight Forever is $18 on Switch. Canadian, by the way.
Oh.
It's the base edition with no DLC.
So
is it worth it?
$18?
It's $17.99, and the sale goes until December 4th. It's 55% off.
I mean, if you're ever going to do it, like, this feels like the time to actually do it. I don't know if it's going to get cheaper.
So this is an all-time low according to GG.deals.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check Amazon real quick because I also like having physical media. We're gonna check AEW Fight Forever. We're gonna see if someone wants to donate $20 right now.
Quit being cheap and just buy the damn thing.
I'm cheap. What do you want from my life? Right now, if you want to get it from Amazon, it is EU import. I don't want an EU import. I want the regular ass one. $34.90 is the.
Look at that. This is $20 off almost.
That is used like new is $50. Let's see what else we got, just in case. $29.99. That's the UK import PS5. We're gonna do a quick shopping.google.com. Someone's saying that's Ryan Lambert saying that that's $19 too much. Listen, I get it. But this is the Switch version.
Which means it's worse.
Which means it might be worse. Best Buy has it for $29.95.
Okay.
It's pre-owned from eBay for $22. Nintendo has a bunch of the DLCs for like $7. Okay.
You're not going to get the DLCs though.
I don't think I will because I don't think I need them. But like,
I'm telling you, you're not going to get it. You're griping over here about $18. You're not paying $7 on top of that for the DLC.
I don't make enough money. Okay. What can I say? Should I do a chat? $17.99. I have until 3 weeks from now. The
3 weeks from now?
Thursday the 4th.
All right. I think you should just do it. Because if you don't do it here, you're just not going to do it. Because it's not going to be cheaper anytime soon. and like maybe a year from now it'll be cheaper, but this has already been like a 3-year journey of you potentially not getting this game.
Yeah, which makes it even dumber that I would get it. Let me sign in first.
I mean, I agree. I don't at this point, like, why are you gonna get it? But sure, if you got to finish your story, I guess.
Do I really need to?
No, you never needed to.
Oh,
I don't even know how this thing started of you wanting to get Fight Forever.
well, I never said I wanted to.
All right, then you've worked yourself into a shoot here of I feel like you need to get it at this point because you've been talking about it for so long.
You know what's annoying is that the all season pass is $20. It should just all be together. The Ultimate Edition is $100. Who does that? Worthless. So I'm very confused. So you need to have the game to get the all seasons pass.
Well, yeah. Well, you just get the pass and then it's useless.
So if I just get the game, what do I get?
What do you mean? What do you get? You get the base game.
I just get the game with online play and stuff.
I guess. I haven't played it since like 2 days after it came out.
That's the problem.
Yeah, this is why I don't know why you've been talking about it this long about like getting it. Either get it or don't. But I'm tired of hearing about your quest for Fight Forever, a game that you're gonna play for like 10 minutes and be over it.
That's true. I would be over it. You get Cody Rhodes. That's true. Ooh, do you get CM Punk in the mini games? Is Punk in this game?
Yeah. Punk's in the game. Yeah.
If Britt Baker's in the game, you get to use her more than AEW uses her.
Yeah.
I get to book everyone who's not being. Look at this. This is amazing. I've got
Jade Cargill's in the game, pretty sure.
Chris Jericho, Sting. I can wrestle even after Sting has decided he doesn't want to anymore.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
Like the roster is good. It's a fun.
It's just not.
No, like it's a fun game for a little while, but then the road to elite gimmick gets old very quickly, and like the mini games are fun, but they're kind of more fun like if you're playing with a bunch of friends and everything, or you're playing online. I guess you play those online. I don't know. I never invested enough to play online. Like it's just I feel like online, but now online's dead. Like nobody plays this game anymore online, so you don't really get a chance to do that. Like I don't think it's a bad game. I think it's like a good start of a game. My problem with it is I didn't play it a whole lot, but I just don't play video games a whole lot anymore. Even back then, like I got WWE 2K and I played that a couple of times. I thought that was a good game. That's very deep. That's very immersive. I was like, I got NBA 2K and I've probably unfortunately played that thing like 5 times since getting it. I don't remember the last time I turned on my PS5. So I don't think it's a bad game. I just don't think you're going to play it for more than 10 minutes.
See, that therein lies the problem. Also, I don't want to Hookhausen's an extra money. I'm out.
You're not going to pay extra for any of this, though.
No, I'm not. So I'm just not going to get it because it's not worth it.
All right. No more Fight Forever updates from Joel. We're done.
All right, folks. It's done.
This is he's not getting it. If he's not going to get it at $18, he's definitely not going to get it anytime in the future.
Dude, on Steam, 3 people are playing it.
Yeah,
I could be the 4th.
You could.
I'm not going to.
So Koma says it would be an okay game, feels free to play, not one you have to purchase. I got it for free, and
that's the problem.
I was still like, it's a fine game for the first little while, and then it kind of loses its value after that. And it's just not a deep enough game, especially as like a single player thing. I do think it had some good online capabilities, but it died out so quickly online. And they tried to introduce the Stadium Stampede as like a battle royal thing, but there was like so many issues with that to where it never really caught on, and it never became like a thing. It never captured a greater audience than the AEW fans, and the AEW fans didn't stick around to play it forever because there's just better video games out there.
Well, it has been buried. It's over. So long, AEW. We hardly knew ye.
Glad that was Glad we finally settled this years-long bit with Joel not buying it.
Now we have to clip it all together for a release. Big heartache at the end. Everyone's obsessed. Oh my gosh. What else do we have to talk about?
Let me address this.
Sure.
From Cinematics.
Cinematics.
I like cinematics.
Cinematics.
Do you go to the cinema with ticks?
Probably get checked out if you have that problem.
Yeah. How are you, a Thunder and Avs fan, but from Ohio and not a Cavs fan? Not originally from Ohio. I moved here for love, and that's the only reason I'm in Ohio. But I'm an Avs fan because I lived in North Carolina, and the Hurricanes had just moved there. It may have even been a year before the Hurricanes had moved there, so I wasn't fully attached to them. My stories are not that great, but this explains how I'm kind of all over the map. This is how I'm a Panthers fan as well. That's my football team. So I lived in Carolina. That's how I'm a Panthers fan. Avs came about because my best friend at the time in elementary school really liked hockey, and he was watching a game. He was a big Washington Capitals fan. And he was watching a game, and they were playing the Avs. And you know how dickhead kids are, like myself at the time. I didn't want to root for the same team he rooted for. That wasn't fun. So I'm I'm just going to root for this other team. And the Avs ended up winning. I think Peter Forsberg had a goal. That's how I became my favorite player. I was this guy rules, Peter Forsberg. And that's how I became an Avs fan. I just rooted against my friend's team that they would happen to be playing that night. Not a very sexy story or anything, but I stuck with them. In fairness to me, I did not okay, I like them this game, and now who are the Caps playing next game? Okay, now I like this team. No, I stuck with the Avs. Thunder came about because fuck Kevin Durant. That's why. I like they were a new team moving to Oklahoma City. I know Seattle, but they were moving to Oklahoma City. They had Kevin Durant, they had Russell Westbrook, and I was this is a young team. I like them. My friend, I liked watching Kevin Durant in college in Texas. I went to ECU. We weren't a good college basketball team, so whoever was good at the time, which was Texas, I liked watching Kevin Durant. And when he was with Seattle and the Thunder, I was all right, I'm gonna like this team, and so that's how I became a Thunder fan, because I wasn't really a Hornets, Bobcats fan. I kind of fell out of love with basketball after Jordan, and so I didn't care too much. Steve Nash got me back into basketball, so I was kind of a fan of the 7 seconds or less Suns. I really loved that team. But then I fell out of love again after all that. And I liked Kevin Durant. Fuck Kevin Durant. But again, stuck with him. Die-hard fan, and have not changed allegiances even through the terrible years with all of these teams.
Go ahead, chat. Go ahead and ask us questions at this point, because let's face it, ain't much else going on.
You want to talk about Mark Henry's comments? They rule.
Kind of do, and I kind of don't. Which one do you want to start with, the dumb one or the dumber one? Take your pick. Which one's dumber than the dumber one?
Which one's dumb? I think they're both fantastic.
So Mark Henry first thinks that Joe Hendry should volunteer to lay down for John Cena.
Yeah, that rules.
What is this, the national championship?
That's fucking hilarious.
This man is trying so hard to get Joe Hendry's last dream realized. He's out here just saying anything to help Joe. God dang. Okay, well, there you go. Joe Hendry, go get your John Cena match, I guess.
I respect that Mark Henry's trying to get Joe Hendry this literal job out here. I truly respect it. This idea is so hilarious that John Cena, after I guess losing to Gunther or beating Gunther, I don't know, whatever they're gonna do, is that was great, but I think I need one more match in me. I got one more match. This guy has been asking for this match for over a year now. I think he's earned it. He deserves it. You saw him at the Royal Rumble. You saw him at WrestleMania. And he's just Joe Hendry. Actually, no, forget that. John Cena doesn't even fucking mention Joe Hendry. It's much funnier here. Much funnier. John Cena doesn't mention Joe Hendry at all. It's Booker T on commentary Booker T Booker T should be on commentary for John Cena's last match. Booker T on commentary after John Cena's match is over, and he's like, "Oh yeah, man, John Cena wrapping up his career. Oh man, but you know what, Michael Cole? I wish we had Joe Hendry here, man. Oh, what the hell? Joe Hendry here. Joe Hendry. And Joe Hendry just appears, and he's already laying down in the middle of the ring, though. John Cena's like, what the fuck is going on? Huh? And Joe's like, come on, pin me, come on, John, pin me, John. And John Cena just pins him.
John Cena's like, somebody get this fan out of the ring, please.
That's how Joe Hendry should appear. That's what I'm here for. I gotta pop my Hendry, man.
Say his name and my dick appears.
This is what I'm here for.
So the quote was, even if it was Gunther, I would be satisfied. But then I still would want dessert. So sure, Mark. I would want Joe Hendry to come out and say, I didn't make it in the tournament, but before you leave, I want you to allow me the privilege of being in the ring with you. When Joe Hendry gets in the ring, you would think, somebody messed up the transcription, you would think, not thing, that John would be like, listen, man, I'm done. I just had my last match. John is a soldier, and I would have Joe Hendry say, John, I don't want to fight you. I wanted to have a match with you because I wanted to do this. And have Joe Hendry lay down on his back and tell John Cena to cover me so I had a match with you, and you beat me on my record. First of all, like, he wants a match, but it's like, you wouldn't.
Yeah, this is the most hilarious part about the pitch. He doesn't pitch for like Joe Hendry to come out and like have an actual match and like, oh, Joe can lose in 3 minutes. He loses in 3 minutes on WWE television all the time. Anyway, he loses in 3 minutes, but like he gets his match with John Cena. He's like, no, that's too much. He just goes out there and gets pinned. That's the pitch there. That is so hilarious to me that Mark Henry's advocating for Joe Hendry to like have this match. But the way he's advocating for it is to just literally lay down and not actually do a match. That's so good. That's so funny.
Shout out to Vargoff saying that makes him look like the biggest loser. Don't worry, Joe Hendry's already the biggest loser ever in WWE.
It's like such a backhanded thing of like, Joe, you really deserve this match, but the way you deserve it is just go out there and lay down and just you lose.
Go and beg for it, Joe, like the dog that you are. Like that's just a slight step up from there's a time for concerts and there's a time for serious. Like how do you, man? Someone's got to stop talking about this because this is bad.
Nah, this rules. I love this idea from Mark Henry. That's so fantastic.
Like, what is this? Like, listen, man, I'm done. I just had my last match. And then he continues, John is a soldier. And I would have Hendry say, John, I don't want to fight you. I wanted a match. Like, no, John would be like, I fulfilled my contractually obligated last match. I'm not going to lose to you after I just lost to Gunther. Like, what are we doing?
Well, it's not going to lose to Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry's going to literally lay down. It's like, I don't want to beat you, John. I just want to say that I faced you. Please pin me. Yeah, lay my ass down for the 3-second tan.
Like all 10 people are going to be really invested in this shit. Oh God, just amazing.
I will be invested in this. I think this is the greatest thing ever.
On your own on that one, let me tell you.
We're hiring Mark Henry for Ring of Hallucinations with these ideas.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's what we're doing.
These ideas are rule.
Well, then the other one that he came up with, because God forbid.
This isn't as good.
No, he says Chris Jericho should be a high up in WWE creative. The quote from the same podcast, TMZ's Inside the Ring podcast, Henry says, quote, Chris Jericho should be a high up at WWE creative. He's probably the most versatile and innovative guy that's wrestled in the last 20 years. He's recreated himself so many times and made so much money that it's ridiculous. People respect him and they value his opinion. Chris would walk right into WWE writer's room and fit right in because he's not a tyrant. He's going to ask you the question, well, why would he do that? I think I can do this and get away with this. Chris will dissect stuff and make stuff great. That's what he does his whole career, not just for himself, but for others. If you can get Chris in the office, do it in a heartbeat, pay the man whatever you want, he's going to elevate the talent. Mark just sitting here being like, yeah, pay Chris to go and get himself over in the writer's room, because that's effectively what he's saying. Go hire Chris, put him in the writer's room, and have him like, it's the hardcore Holly. Put the belt on me, and then what, Mark? And I just beat everybody. God dang it. What are we doing, Mark?
I would love to see Chris Jericho on creative, honestly. I do. Like, this isn't as good as Joe Hendry idea, because that's an all-timer idea. But Chris Jericho on creative would be very, very funny. Him and Triple H trying to just get ideas through each other. Triple H would shoot all of his shit down.
Triple H would come out of retirement to bury Jericho specifically to prove the point.
He would get like, all of his stuff
I'm going to fuck your ass.
Yeah, he would shoot all this stuff down and be like, nope, we're done, brother.
Just ridiculous. Amazing. Anyway, Mark Henry, he's the guy you want.
We need to get Mark Henry on this show. I know he's busted open property, but we need to get him on this show, like, just to do like cool booking ideas. I don't care. Like, I don't like people's wrestlers' opinions on current day wrestling. I think that's terrible. But I'm all for if they want to throw these terrible booking ideas. But that's what this show's all about.
You can offer him a deal with Ring Hallucination while you're at it?
Yeah, of course.
Jesus Christ. Just awful.
Dude, he's pitching for someone to literally lay down and lose just to say he got to be part of the match. That's so funny.
Oh, this man.
That's so funny.
Don't let him near a live microphone ever again. My favorite was they did the Mr. Elegance thing, and they had the one guy in the pink suit, and you had George Iceman be like, the only person who can wear a salmon suit is Mark Henry. Get the fuck out of here. I thought that was very funny and very stupid. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Mark Henry. There you go. You're still in it. You're still in the Elegance.
I still think I'm technically in the running here because they did not pick somebody. So
well,
I've been told
someone picked somebody and had sex with them, but that disqualified them.
Yeah. Well, I've been told that I will be on TNA Impact next week, and so I got to get down to Florida. Unfortunately, guess that's how I'm spending my Thanksgiving.
Don't get kicked out because you've been given spoilers lately.
Yeah, that's true. They might
probably watch out. I'm surprised they're going to let you in the building.
Sorry, Mike Santana beats Robert Stone next week. So,
Jesus. How did you? This was going to be a big match for these people.
I'm sure it was.
Yeah.
Huge match.
Huge
there. Yeah. So I was thinking about this Elegance thing, and obviously I should win. But also, clearly they've picked the independent wrestler that they're gonna pick, and like that's who's gonna be Mr. Elegance and everything.
Giovanni Vinci.
All these videos that got sent in are like meaningless because God forbid TNA do anything fun. But they could do something fun if they did put together like a supercut of like these videos, right? I don't think they'll do it.
I don't think they get that many.
They gotta get at least like 5 or 6. They've got at least 3.
There's at least 4 of them that we know of.
Yeah.
There's Ben Bishop. There was another wrestler that did one too recently that we saw. Oh, that was
Simon.
Simon, yeah, Simon. By the way, did Simon ever get back to us about doing the show?
Yes. They changed the DMs to the chat thing, so we've been all over the place trying to like coordinate.
Right. It's stupid.
Yeah, because like it'll take like both of us like 3 days to respond because it doesn't show up in our fucking inbox anymore.
Yeah, it's dumb. They got to fix that, or just shut it down. Get rid of Twitter. Start something new. So anyway, yeah, Simon. So we know the 3 of you and other people have submitted, and they should be able to do a supercut. But I don't think 4 people is enough to do a segment. But that's just me.
But then you just do the fake ones with the people who they had on screen last night and shoot 10 seconds of content with them and act like they submitted a whole video. Like it's not
too much.
I know, but like this
does not like doing more than they need to do. If you think MSG union is bad, you haven't met TNA's union. By union, I mean the guys who do anything in the trucks.
Like this is not difficult. I don't like it because like, yes, I did my video, I put some effort into it, and I think it's funny. Other people think it's funny. I'm not trying to be on television or anything, but I think this is like a fan reward thing of like, hey, thank you guys for actually putting time and effort into this. We're gonna air this on Impact. That's what annoyed me about the reaction things is we want your reactions, everybody, and then they did nothing with it. It's like, why are you asking for this stuff if you're not gonna do it? Like, it really feels like, one, you're not capitalizing on things, and two, like, fans just aren't gonna support at that point. It's like, why are we gonna do any of this when we're not really getting anything out of it? Maybe the expectation is you shouldn't think you're gonna get something out of it, but when you ask for things like this, I do think there is an expectation of, hey, we're gonna show it for 2 seconds on Impact or our socials or whatever. TNA just drops the ball on so many easy things of, man, again, not asking for the world here. Show a 2-second clip of fan reactions. I don't care if I'm on it. I truly don't. But show it for the other people who did it and be like, hey, that's really cool. You know, that makes me feel like I did something worthwhile for this 3-hour stream or whatever it was. And I got my reaction on TNA. I'm going to continue to do stuff because TNA shows that they will actually use some of my stuff when they ask for it. It's an easy thing to do. It's easy. You got all these production people. Take 5 minutes and clip it together.
I've made it very clear that TNA has shot themselves in the foot when it comes to fan service, not just this weekend, but look at how they've treated us. You know, quite frankly, they relied on us when they were doing the rebrand. They relied on us to break a bunch of their signings and have a bunch of interviews and get the word out of the shows that are going on and everything. And then all of a sudden it was like, no, we're too good for you because I don't know, we signed a WWE contract, like we signed a WWE partnership, or we're doing this, we're doing that, or you guys are too negative on the product. We're not, whatever it was. It just got to the point where it was like, they want to treat us like we're second class, then we're just not going to give you much more. And this is the same thing with like putting out the videos, submit your reactions to this, and then none of it gets used. Like, at least when WWE does it, the reaction videos, they tend to get used. And then
they don't ask for reaction videos either.
No, they don't.
Like, they just use them
because they know that they're coming. So like,
right, but that's the other.
But I'm saying, like, you both are true simultaneously. Like, WWE might not be using them right away, but they have access to them because they know they exist. They have people who are scouring the internet for that stuff, so they can clip it and they can put it together. They tend to ask first, but TNA is specifically soliciting this information and this video content, and when it's given to them on a silver platter, they're like, whatever, it's not good enough, or maybe we forgot, or whatever it is. But you do it enough times where you don't make good on it, then why bother? And that's what they've shown.
So my point was, WWE doesn't ask for these reaction videos. People just do them, and then what happens? WWE uses them. And then what happens off that? The people see that they are being used here. And it's like, oh, I'm going to keep doing reactions because it's making television. So why wouldn't I keep doing it? And TNA just does the opposite of, we want these. And then it never gets used. And so what's the lesson here? Well, why the fuck am I going to do this when you're not actually doing anything with it? I don't get any benefit out of this. You think people actually want to watch TNA? Much less react to it live?
Say I have to. Chad, are you still there? Are you still alive? Y'all took a nosedive when we started talking about this.
Yeah, no one cares about TNA. Fair.
Can't blame you. Really can't blame you.
Yeah.
Tommy Invincible should do a Mr. Elegance video.
Maybe he did. We just didn't see it.
He did.
Yeah.
Because he's invisible, not invincible.
You can't see Tommy? You can't Tommy? Is that anything? No. I don't really like it either, but
me neither.
Yeah.
Anyway, what else do we have left? SmackDown preview, Full Gear. What are you looking forward to at Full Gear?
The show being over.
I get it. Started early. Should have started at 3 Eastern. I get it. I'm on the same boat, baby.
No. I think it'll be a good show. It'll be a tremendous show. It'll be one of the best AEW pay-per-views ever.
Stop reading the crawl.
There's not too much on this show of like I'm really excited for. honestly. It's a lot of rematches. I know it'll be good. I don't want people to think that like, oh, you're burying the show. No, I know it'll be good. I know the wrestling will be good. But like getting me invested into stuff, I'm like, I'm not super invested into a lot of the matches. I think I'm most looking forward to Statlander Mercedes. I think that'll probably be, it might be the best match on the show, honestly. And I'm curious if I think Statlander will win. There's always a case for Mercedes to win. So I do think that that's a possibility that it could go either way. So I'm looking forward to that match. I'm looking forward to the trios match and the potential elite reunion. I think that could be something. It might be the biggest story coming out of the show if like an MJF doesn't return or anything. Again, like Moxley and O'Reilly will be very good. Pac and Darby will be very good. Not having Darby on television this week was an unfortunate miss. It at least sold the blood and guts concept, which was nice that Darby wasn't there. But I do wish like he would have had some type of presence on the show. So I did like that, and I am looking forward to that match. I know the wrestling will be good, but as far as like, oh man, I can't wait to see this particular match. I don't really have that.
You mean you're not looking forward to the 4-way tag match winner picks the stipulation for this?
That match is stupid. No, that match is dumb.
Announced that, I was like, how convoluted can you get? That was one that made me laugh. I largely agree with you. Again, the wrestlers will come out and do the wrestling. The steel cage match will be different, but also like Hangman already won. He had a decisive victory. The best thing he did was, kick Shibata in the dick and send him to a dick surgeon. So it's gonna be a fun night. It's gonna be a fun show. The build has just been what it's been, some rematches, and Pac and Darby Allin does interest me because they're the only match that's like straightforward match that's not for a title. Like it's literally
it's a match we haven't seen.
It's true, and it's a match. It's the one that you and I were waiting to see because they were doing Pac and Darby. Darby was getting involved with Pac at every turn, and now all of a sudden they're doing it on pay-per-view after they've, I assume, finished stuff up with Darby and Mox. At this point, it's got to be it.
Darby and Mox will fight forever.
I should get
you in that video game.
I should get that game.
You can play as Darby and Mox. You can literally have them fight forever.
Fight forever. There we go. Yeah, Moxley and O'Reilly is one of those. I don't know. Like, I feel like Kyle should win. At the same time, I wouldn't. It's no holds barred, so I wouldn't put it past Moxley to do a cheat to win and just eke it out. But then you're just back to square one with Moxley. It just kind of there. So we'll just see. Ken Bruno's pointing out that Tony Khan and Orange Cassidy are doing a AEW book signing at Bookends in Ridgewood at 6 p.m. today.
Aren't you going to that, Ken? Somebody was going. Somebody in our chat.
Ken's the one who pointed it out. Ken pointed it out, so I assume it's Ken.
I know Ken's going to Full Gear tomorrow night. He mentioned
he's going to have that sign for us. Yeah. In the Weeds is better than Busted Open, which you'll get cheered at AEW for having that.
Somebody on our chat was going to the book signing. I can't remember who it was yesterday. They were hesitant about going to Full Gear, but then we're going to the book signing today. And if you're going to the book signing today, please ask Tony when he's coming on the show.
Yes, continue to ask him. Continue to pepper him with that question, not Jen Pepperman. Looking forward to Mercedes and Stat, though. That, honestly, it could be the main event, but I feel like it's a steel cage match, so you got a main event with a steel cage match. Even though we've seen it before, you got to assume that if that happens, then someone's coming back, whether that's a Swerve or an MJF. Easy as that.
Oh, Swerve returning. Be good. He jumps off the top of the cage after.
That's what you want after meniscus surgery.
Yeah.
Several months off. Let me test this thing out by jumping off.
Yeah, fuck it. If you're gonna return in a big way. Just jump off the top of the cage right on the Hangman.
That's right. Catch me.
Hangman should move, and he's like, dork. See you back in the hospital, dude.
Just call him a dumbass.
Yeah, dumbass. Why'd you jump, dumbass?
That's exactly how it should. They got so many matches for this thing. What do we have? 14 matches again. But there's Tailgate Brawl. They got 4 matches set for that. So yeah, it'll be a fun show. It'll be a long show as it always is, but I always recommend, if longevity is what you're afraid of, just turn it off early, go to bed, don't check socials in the morning.
That's cowardly.
I don't give a shit. You can watch the last 3 matches or the last hour, whatever, and just do it on your own time. It's okay.
That's cowardly.
It's okay. SmackDown is tonight for the Ball Arena in Denver, Colorado.
Yeah, so I pointed this out on Twitter, but they're in Denver tonight at Ball Arena, home of the Avs, and they're in Oklahoma City, Paycom Center, on Monday, home of the Thunder. I do have contact with a person going to tonight's event and a person going to Monday's event. If you are listening to this and you are going to tonight's event or Monday's event, if you want to shoot me a DM, maybe I'll see it. I don't know how this shit works anymore. But if you want to shoot me a DM, I am interested if they have specifically Avs and Thunder theme merchandise at these shows. They did an Avs Yeet shirt last time, which Raj Giri has terrible takes, but he's a good human for at least purchasing me this shirt and sending it to me. I don't listen to his takes though. But if you were going to these shows and they have an Avs or Thunder theme shirt, I am interested in buying, which I pay for. You don't have to worry about spending your own money and you're not going to see it. I'm good for it. I pay for the shipping as well, but I do want potentially some sports teams related merchandise if they have it. They might not have anything, which in that case, I don't want anything.
Nothing's up on the website yet, but of course
they don't put that stuff on the website though.
I was gonna say typically it's like the John Cena stuff, and that's it.
Yeah, they'll put the Cena stuff up, but like they never put the Avs Yeet shirt on the website. So that was like an in-arena. That's why I gotta get with people who are in the arena to get these exclusives, because otherwise I would have never gotten the Avs Yeet shirt.
I do have to say the ProSphere John Cena San Diego shirt. Have you seen this?
No.
Actually, it looks kind of nice. I'm gonna share this.
Pull it up here.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull it up here. Actually, it kind of looks nice.
Oh, okay.
It's like the colors are gas.
I like the color theme. No, I like the theme.
You like it?
Yeah.
Again, I looked at it and I was like, oh, that's pretty neat.
It's old school, like Sting Ultimate Warrior vibes.
I like
the mint green.
I like the last time is now across the back like that. I think that looks really good.
Yeah.
It's a good looking shirt. It's
an all over. Buy it.
No, because it's $43.99 Canadian.
These shirts are expensive now, man.
Ridiculous. Let's see if I use this code PIN1. Okay, let's get an Excel.
That'll take you down to like $2.
Up to price locked in for a limited time. Can I use this PIN1? Where's my? Oh, there we go. What is it? It's PIN1. It's going to tell me no. All card items are excluded from the promotion. Yep, that's what I expected.
They said, fuck your item, fuck your promotion.
Pretty much. Anyway, well, I'm not going to be buying this, but it was pretty cool shirt. But yeah, nothing officially launched for the apps.
They're not gonna have it. Like it's gonna be an in-arena exclusive. So again, if you're listening to this and you're going to SmackDown tonight or you're going to Raw on Monday, please message me and we'll try to work out a deal if they have something Avs or Thunder related. Again, they might not have anything. I haven't seen too much. I mean, I wouldn't have known the Avs shirt existed except Jey Uso was wearing it that night. That's the only reason I knew it existed, because it's not like people take photos of the merch stands. Maybe I got to search online to make sure.
They only take photos of the merch stands at AEW to tell you how badly produced the merch stands are.
Yeah.
Anyway, SmackDown is tonight from the Ball Arena. You have 4 matches announced. Well, 3 matches in a segment. The last time is now Tournament Penta versus Finn Balor. That's a Raw match if I ever heard it on SmackDown. And Bronson Reed versus Carmelo Hayes. Another interpromotional match. Sure. I assume after these 2 matches happen, they will show you the brackets. Because I feel
why would you assume this?
So the reason why I think they held off on the brackets is because of the stupid, like, these people, the surprises. They didn't want people getting too into the surprise conversation, so they just waited until they like brought those surprises out and had them lose. Now I think they'll show you the bracket of 8 and that'll be that. And everyone will be like, oh, Gunter. It'll be Gunter and Jay, and that'll be it. And you're gonna get Gunter versus Jey Uso for the opportunity to face John Cena in his last match.
God help us if that's the match.
It's gonna be very funny when it is. DIY takes on Fraxium, and Chelsea Green has her women's U.S. title celebration, which I'm sure will have absolutely no interference. No one come out. No one will get involved. Nothing will happen to Chelsea.
Why aren't they calling this an inauguration instead of a celebration?
Well, you see, Jeremy, she didn't win the first. Well, I don't even know. You already have one person pretending to be the president in character. So
she's not pretending to be the president. She's just
acting like
the president. Yeah.
Well, Chelsea is too, but doing a much better job of being anyway, it doesn't matter. She's not threatening to kill her president.
What?
It's Friday.
What are you going on about
Very
here?
excited for Michin to come out and challenge Chelsea Green to a match.
No, Michin's getting beat by Jade Cargill.
Oh, that's right, because she beat B-Fab last week.
Yeah.
So who's going to come out and challenge Chelsea?
I assume it's just Julia all over again.
Oh, no, it'll be Kiana James being like, I'm stepping out. I'm stepping in. And then Chelsea will be like, you're going to get stepped on. And then it's going to be Kiana James beats, what's her face? Kaylee Ray, John Alba's Fire. And then that's how I remember Alba Fire. And then she'll get the match at next week's SmackDown or something.
Okay. Maybe.
Get excited.
They might do that. I just think they should call it an inauguration and not a celebration. That's all.
Yeah, well, too many people.
It's her second term.
It is. She deserved the first one and the second one equally. I'm sure they'll do a rematch and it'll be a whole thing and it'll be entertaining because that's what she does. She makes things entertaining.
And imagine if it's Thea Hale. I'll do a live reaction. If it's
WWE might actually use it this time.
I mean, WWE would use it.
Anyway, that's SmackDown.
Santos Escobar has tweeted, waiting patiently. I guess he's listening to 50 Cent and Eminem.
Good for him. And while he's at it, maybe he can get some food in that catering. What? He's hungry.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of time to hang out back there.
Yeah.
What else could he do? Maybe he's gonna answer the challenge. He's gonna answer the open challenge.
Oh, the Ilya Open challenge?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Well, I mean, they want to make him a big thing, right? I don't know, man.
I don't know if they do want to do anything.
We're gonna show up on AAA, and that's gonna be it.
I want to answer a couple of questions here, Joel, because we got to do our wrap up stuff anyway.
Do we?
What do you mean? Do we?
I don't know. What do we have to do?
We got to do moment of the day. We got to do what we accomplished. We got to do poll results. Come on here, Joel.
Not much.
We got lots to do. What is MXPX? Who is this?
They're a punk band, Christian punk band, if I remember correctly.
Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. All right, I didn't know what MXPX was. That's all. Who's your on AEW Mount Rushmore, Joel?
I'm sorry, I saw that one. I hate Mount Rushmore questions. I will not be answering that one. Chris Jericho, the Painmaker, Chris Jericho, the Learning Tree, and Hi Guys New York Chris Jericho, ROH champion the second time. Not the
Ocho? Oh,
no.
Nueve?
Yeah, Nueve.
Okay.
There it is.
That's a good Mount Rushmore. I can respect that.
As you should.
Yeah, the Mount Rushmore doesn't have to be serious. Come on now, Joel. Out of here. I'll do a serious one since Joel did the funny one. I think it's got to be Cody Rhodes, Jon Moxley, Chris Jericho, and the Young Bucks. That's my Mount Rushmore. With apologies to Kenny Omega.
Wow, I can't believe you buried the Young Bucks and make them one person.
Yeah, sorry. But that's who I would go with, at least for now. I think the Young Bucks had something similar. Joe, what was your opinion on the Alexa Bliss promo from Monday?
It's fine. I mean, it was literally her pressing the camera and being like, yeah, it was dumb. Like, whatever. What? Yeah, I just don't care. Just I think the discourse
What?
here's how you know the discourse is so silly beyond the
What?
words. Stop it for now.
This is what Alexa had to deal with. It's very difficult.
All wrestlers, if you're ever faced with the what chant again, all you have to do is take a page from the Undertaker's playbook,
What?
which I know most people don't need to do. Say what again if you sleep with your sister. That's all you need to
Wrestlers should they should do what you just did. If they chanted what and just be like, Joel Pearl says stop it right now.
Anyways, the promo was fine. Shut the fuck up. The discourse being about how old she is was also my favorite. They're just like, somebody doesn't know how time works. We got a super chat from Louis. Says, what in ITW history do you most regret?
Oh boy, I want to know Joel's answer for this.
The first episode.
Yeah, that's what I thought he was going to say. Doing this show in general.
The existence of ITW. I don't know. What do you have a regret from this show? You know what? No, I'll give you a serious answer. I will. The game 6, game 7 episode where Jeremy was where I treated him poorly and it turned into a solo show, and it was just shitty. It was shitty behavior on my part, and I regret that the most, because while it was a good episode conversation that we had, not you and me, but me and chat, it sucked that it came at the expense of me mistreating a friend.
I think that should be your biggest regret as well.
Fuck you.
No, I appreciate that. I don't know. I always feel bad when I like actually upset Joel and like yell at him and go over the top with certain bits.
I get it,
but I don't know. You know, if I had a time machine, I think we all live with regrets and we all try to learn from our past mistakes. And it'd be like Time Cop, you know, you just want to go back in time and fix a lot of things. If I had any type of regret, it would be that I could not get Vinny Pacifico on this show much sooner. Made it sound like Vinny's dead, which isn't good. I don't know.
Is it not buying the Undertaker Legacy title?
Nah, I'm not buying that fucking thing. $150 for that.
$850.
Yeah,
amazing.
That's a lot of money to buy that ugly looking title.
It is an ugly title. Anyway,
SP3 got why I left off Kenny Omega. It's all long-term storytelling, everybody.
That's right.
Long-term storytelling. Joel, what was your? We should have done this earlier, but that's my fault. What was your moment of Thursday in wrestling, Joel?
I'll give it to MLW. I thought the show was fun. I thought the presentation was neat. It was different, and I hope that they continue to build upon it. And looking forward to a busy Gail Kim GCW partnership for the next year or so. It should be, again, if they do Joey Janela versus Gail Kim, or Gail Kim gets a partner and it's a tag team match with Janela versus Gail Kim and who knows who, I'm all for it. I will pay money to see that.
My moment of Thursday is learning that Chris Statlander, the AEW Women's Champion, is in fact one of the faces of the AEW Women's Division.
Yep, there it is. And if she wins, she retains said head of the division. Oh, Uncle Donk said a super chat asking Celebrini or Bedard for Team Canada.
Well, I mean, why not both?
Yeah, I was gonna say you can put them both on.
Yeah, I think they both earned it at this point. Like, it's gonna be tough to keep them off. I mean, they're top 5 in points, maybe top 3. I know McKinnon's first, but I think they're right after McKinnon. I know McDavid's up there as well. So yeah, I don't know how you keep them both off. Honestly, they're both been playing amazing. So. And on still not great teams, like the reason the Sharks and the Blackhawks are good right now is because they're doing a lot of the heavy lifting there. So I think you can go both, honestly.
Shout out to the Ducks, top of the Pacific. Sens are in it. They're third in the Atlantic, so hooray.
I don't know anything that's going on. We don't have to look up anywhere. All my teams do is look up and see the sky. We don't see anybody in front of us.
I mean, Avs are head of the Central, so that's fine.
Central, we're the head of the whole damn NHL.
That is fair. You are 14-1
Yeah.
on a 7-game winning streak. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the Avs and the Thunder, we're ahead of everybody in both leagues.
All right, good for y'all. I hope it continues for you.
We're just, I'm going to be miserable still, so who cares? Results of our poll question, folks. What are you most excited for Full Gear? We had 8% Death Rider matches, so they're clearly dead in the water. 12% the Don Callis family matches. No love for the Big Boom, I guess. 16% Joe and Hangman, and then running away with this one, Statlander and Mercedes with 63%. Appreciate everyone who voted in the poll question today.
Chris Statlander is going to be the head of the AEW women's division forever with that question answered. Uncle Doc following up with, how about the Habs and Suzuki?
I like that Uncle Donk just sends in hockey questions.
It's very funny and very unexpected. I love it.
Oh, look, we're both hockey people, so I'm all for talking hockey. You know, SB3 and I talk basketball all the time on this show, so I'm all for getting some hockey in there. I don't know if Suzuki is going to make it. He might as a potential fourth line guy. I mean, Canada's just got so many fucking players, man. Like
what's funny is that like we went through a transition where we didn't, where like the NHL was being filled with a lot of American players because suddenly the US hockey put like tons of money into trying to develop more hockey stars. Remember when Hockey Day in America started up? That was really the beginning of like, let's put focus into the hockey programs in America. And Canada was just like, sure, we can take a couple of years off. It's cool. So it's nice to see a resurgence of Canadian hockey players, at least from my end, starting to emerge in the NHL again.
I think Suzuki can make it as like a 13th, 14th guy who potentially gets in if, you know, they kind of like to screw around with the third and fourth lines throughout the tournament, just see who's got chemistry and stuff from there. So maybe he gets in there, but I think kind of Bedard playing as well as he's playing maybe pushes Suzuki out. He's on the bubble list effectively. I think Bedard and Celebrini are kind of more locks at this point, but it comes down to like what you need, because and Uncle Dog just sent another super chat. It comes down to what you need, right? Because you know your top six guys are your top six guys, and they're going to be playing all the top minutes and scoring goals and everything. And then it's like, okay, do you go third line of like continue with your talent and just get the most talented guys? Or do you go, and this is where Team USA screwed up all those years ago, is like, we need our grit guys in there. It's like, no, just get the best players who are going to do the most damage on there. You don't need to get like actual third line guys in there. But I could see Team Canada for its like fourth line of like, hey, let's go with some grit guys over here. So I think he's on the bubble right now. I don't think he's quite a lock.
We'll see what he does, and follows up Uncle Donk does with Canada centers, McDavid, McKinnon, Marchand. Marchand.
Yeah, Brad Marchand.
Marchand.
Yeah.
Celebrini and Bedard. So some combination of those. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's where do you move one of those guys to the wing? Because I don't know because I think you want to have McKinnon, McDavid, and Crosby. Those are all going to be top six guys, but only two guys can play center. So McKinnon or Crosby most likely play the wing. McKinnon and Crosby always want to play with each other. Like they're longtime friends, Halifax and everything. Like they want to be on the same line with everything. So one of them's got to play the wing.
Well, you're not going to put Sidney Crosby on there? What are you doing?
What?
He's not going to be part of this team?
No, he is. I'm saying like McDavid, McKinnon, and Crosby are all centers, but they're all playing top six.
Yes.
And that's only two center spots, so somebody's got to play the wing.
I get it. All right. We've done it. We got to do the last of it, don't we?
What did we accomplish today, Joel?
Not much. Anna J can go work wherever she wants. Full Gear is going to be a good show. AEW Fight Forever is not a game you need to buy. And once again, Gail Kim and GCW is going to feed families. Maybe not yours, but certainly hers.
I think the biggest thing we accomplished is we talked a lot about Team Canada hockey on this show, and we've made our picks for Team Canada hockey. Wrestling-wise, we didn't accomplish anything.
And that's how you know you had a great show.
No, truthfully, I think the biggest thing we accomplished is Joel is not buying Fight Forever. That is God's honest truth. The biggest thing we accomplished after years of him debating and looking at prices, he is not buying it, and we can drop this whole thing.
Until Monday.
Until it's a bigger sale on Monday.
Until it goes down to $5. Tell you, man, if it goes down to $5, I'll be like, I can do $5. So I could sit there on my Switch with nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Speaking of Monday, we're back on Monday. We'll talk about AEW Full Gear. Probably for most of the show, honestly. That's very much else going on. Like if SmackDown does anything, we'll talk about that. But otherwise, if SmackDown ends in a DQ game, if the AEW pay-per-view ends in a DQ, we are fucked. We are so screwed. If that,
well, you can talk about it. I just can't.
No, I'll put up the edict. I will put up the edict.
Wow.
I will join in.
Joel trying to get out of talking about.
The problem is then the time investment completely goes down the waste bin.
Well, yeah, that's why I'd say they don't do main event DQs, because it feels like you wasted everybody's time for the entire show. And if you're going to do a main event DQ, I'm not going to review your show.
Well, there you go. So we'll see what happens.
You have to keep doing it, though.
No, I don't have to do anything. That's kind of the point. But we'll be back on Monday to talk about whatever we want to talk about. Clips are going to drop all weekend, so get ready for that. And Jeremy, anything we need to do before we get out of here? Maybe a bottle of something on the rocks?
Yeah, it's Friday. Everyone knows what that means.
Mana, the final boss. And here we go. Because this is how good. The final. God damn, that's good shit.
And here we go. God damn, that shit's so strong now, man. Like I don't know if it's like because it's sitting and aging.
Gotta be.
Like this is how much I've drank since we've gotten it. Like it's really not that much. I still have a lot left here. I don't think we're doing a Christmas show this year, so I can't like really burn through it like I did last year.
We're not. I have to do ad reads through the entirety of December.
Yes, we do. We do have to do ad reads through all of December.
If we want to get paid.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Yeah.
So get ready for that. We're going to try and find ways to make that ad read the most selling ad read of all time. We're going to do it. I promise.
I don't even know like what we're doing the ad read for. I didn't read it over yet.
It starts December 1st. So we have
I know that. Time. Yeah. I know it does that. Yeah.
Get ready, friends. It's going to be as wild as you think it will be.
I do not drink this, by the way, like on my own free time. Literally the only time I drink this is on this show. So this has all been drinking on this show. People have seen the disappearance of the bottle in real time.
Why no Christmas show? Because we all have families and things.
Sean's lazy. That's why.
Honestly, I respect it.
I'm sad he didn't show up today so I could ask him if I'm the face of Fightful Overbooked.
I'm sure he's going to show up right as we go off the air.
Yeah, he's done that a few times. It just pops on like 2 seconds after we hit end stream.
Yeah, I ain't doing another 3-hour show. I'm done today.
Wow.
I didn't fall asleep till 2:00 in the morning and I was up at 6:30. Screw you.
That's every
it's every day for you.
Yeah, that's every day for me.
Yesterday I woke up. I was my wife took the kid to school. I fell asleep at 9 again. Like I went back to bed. And I woke up at 12. I was late for therapy. It was not fun.
Oh.
So, but those 3 hours, those extra 3 hours screwed me up real good. Anyway, we're back on Monday. You know what to do. Jeremy, anything else left to talk about, to plug?
No, everybody enjoy the wrestling this weekend. It's going to be a busy weekend with the SmackDown. There's a AAA show. And then, of course, Full Gear as well. I'm sure GCW is running stuff. They're always running stuff. I feel like every weekend they run something. So,
I've been told the world of GCW never stops.
yeah. Well, they have to be running something, right? Because that's when the New Jersey show. They're in New Jersey because of Full Gear as well. So pretty sure GCW is running this weekend.
Is that this weekend?
Isn't it not?
Dream On is November 22nd in the afternoon. So yes.
Thank
there
you.
Go. 2 p.m. baby. Get ready. It's going to be fun. Maki Ito versus Zeta Steel.
All right.
Rhino and Tommy Dreamer versus Bear Dozer. I'm leaving. I'm done. I don't want to talk about this anymore. For Jeremy Lambert, you know who I am. You know who he is. Leave a thumbs up on the way out. Ladies and gentlemen, friends beyond the binary. We'll see you in the next one. Enjoy the weekend. Cheers.